Welcome in, everybody.
Either woman or man, just let the case land. It's here, it's in safe hands. This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many kids being found in these lakes, man. This is MTGV, and you with Miss V. She keep her ear to the street, like a drum to a beat. This is the place that you want.
Please smack that thumbs up, y'all.
We the league, you better believe. Just so you know,
we got a few things to go over.
We know, but it's getting so out of control.
Shout out to everybody in the building and everybody on the replay. Shout out to Spicy. And shout out to Kristen. How y'all doing? And shout out to everybody in the bush.
Thank you for tuning in to MTGV, True Crime TV. Y'all know what
and
it is,
everybody
man.
On the replay for sure.
Miss V. And make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe.
Please
and
do.
make sure you leave a comment too. Yeah. We're gonna see you on the flip side, man. Until then.
Okay, y'all. So y'all see the title. I want to go over a few videos. We want to keep everything fresh. The trial is coming up in October. Maybe. I mean, I couldn't find it anywhere official, but I did hear that the conference was postponed. That was supposed to happen on the 20th. And I heard it was postponed until August, but I haven't been able to find anything official on that. Let me know if y'all heard the same thing. And so I want to get into the father. We want to remember what the father said. He spoke a couple times. We got a couple jail calls, and we have the interrogation. We going over some details. Shout out to all my members and moderators. Welcome in, Alma. Yes, y'all, please double tap the screen and subscribe to the channel. Welcome in, Kristen. How you doing? Shout out to everybody tapping in. Shout out to my sniper in the building. I see you, T. And I ain't gonna waste no time. We gonna go ahead and get into it right now.
Testimony from another child today alleging sexual abuse by the same.
I didn't want to start.
And murder of a 13-year-old girl named ZIYAH Harris. She was related to one of Butt's many girlfriends, and he called ZIYAH his niece. The teen was last seen with Butts after school last January 9th. Then ZIYAH Harris went missing. Police brought Butts in for this interrogation during a search for her, where Butts told police everything he knew about the girl was on his cell phone that police seized during a search warrant. You have to listen very closely to pick up what Butts is saying, but he says he has nothing to hide.
Everything is in my phone. Y'all have possession of my phone. Take a look at it. Go through it. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know why she said.
A co-worker of Butts testified that Butts and ZIYAH Harris were at their auto repair shop the evening ZIYAH Harris vanished. But Butts told investigators the last time he saw ZIYAH was weeks before.
Yes, he stated to me that he had last seen her at the end of December or early January, sometime at the grandmother's house getting her hair done.
Mm-hmm. And did he say anything about knowing where ZIYAH's bus stop was?
Yes.
Okay. What did he say about that?
He said that her bus stop was at a 3-mile drive in Cornwall.
Back here live outside 36th District Court. Keep in mind, everyone, this is not a trial. It's a preliminary examination to see if a judge will move Butts on to face a murder and sexual assault trial. It's going to continue tomorrow. What's happening here is that there's no body to point to. ZIYAH Harris's remains have never been found, so prosecutors are taking their time to link every dot they can to this defendant. We'll be here tomorrow. It'll also be streaming live on Local 4 Plus. Check it out because it is eye-opening. Live tonight.
Okay, so we are also going to be looking at her when she was walking, when she got off the bus. We are going to look at that as well. So this right here that I have up, last time I was live, I talked about a date being on this picture, and it actually was showing when I was live. I just couldn't see it. But there is, let me move all my banners and all of this stuff. There's a date on this picture. And the date says September 16th. And then 7 days later, she's saying that her period didn't come. So remember when I was like, she don't look pregnant at all on that picture, but I was like, also, it would have been in the beginning stages of it. And so yeah, that would have been in the very beginning. Okay, because I remember, if that date is correct, and I do remember the grandmother saying that she had bought those shoes for her birthday. So I just wanted to point that out. We also have both shoes. Oh yeah, remember I said I was gonna hit up dude, right? Oh boy, the one that recorded this video, I hit him up, and guess what? He wanted money in order to talk to me. I ain't never had that happen. Now I know that this was a clout chase. Now I know that it wasn't genuine, because I felt that listening at the video, because he sounded too excited about finding a missing girl's shoe, and he was trying to convince us what was on the shoe and all that, almost like it was placed there, possibly by him. I don't know. Now that he said that, like, money to come and as a matter of fact, I didn't even need an interview. I just wanted to ask him a couple questions. So if I get a time, I'm gonna put in our conversation that we had, because I thought that was real crappy to ask for money.
Ain't nobody this motherfucking taking off they brand new suit and leaving it right here like this. And it look like it's blood right there. Look at it. I know what blood look like. Definitely giving blood, bro. And definitely a brand new ass suit, man. This bitch ain't got no crease and clean as hell. Blood on her back. Who the fuck leaving a brand new shoe right here? Come on, man. Definitely
Unreal,
blood, bro.
Kristen.
If you don't think that's
Okay.
blood, you crazy, bro. I know what blood look like. Feel me? Ain't nobody this motherfucking taking off they.
So to me, he sounded like he was trying to convince us that it was what he said that it was, you know. And I'm the person, I always give people the benefit of the doubt. I always give chances and all of that stuff. And this dude asked me for $50 to then $100. Like, and man, I'm outdone. I'm outdone. So finding out that this is Vari's friend, and finding out that the guy that shot this video sent the picture to Vari of the shoe. And then Vari confirmed it with the detective that it was her shoe. And Shannon Jones actually talks about this on the stand. And when Kenya called in, she said the same thing. She said, oh, yeah, that was the dude that, sent the picture to, confirm the shoe or whatnot. I didn't really know how that part happened. I didn't even know that guy was involved in that part until Kenya said that. And then when I re-listened to Shannon Jones, she even mentioned it. So to me, the video he was trying to convince us that this is what it was. Like, he didn't sound sad or anything. Like, if this was my friend's sister and I found her shoe, I would not be happy about that. I would be feeling some kind of way. I know what blood look like. Like, I just, when I heard that, I was like, I don't know about that. So asking for money, that's it. That verify everything for me. It ain't about justice for ZIYAH. Not at all. Not for him. And it's sad. Let me see what y'all saying. I'm see where this video's at. The other people might think that he a nice looking guy. He's disgusting. Looks ain't a damn thing. Facts. Now let me see what y'all saying. Because yeah. Shout out to everybody in the building. Please smack that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Right, Kristen, my mouth was open like, what? And then he, you know, I thought that he was gonna talk because he's like, what, you want to interview? Because he hit me up pretty quick. Like, he responded back quickly. I'm gonna read the messages to y'all, but I'm gonna let some of this play. Even if I can't put them in here right now, I'm gonna let some of this play and we gonna get into it. Miss V, you had a feeling he was no good. I really did. Just because the way that he was even talking, the way that he was displaying the shoe and trying to convince us. Shout out to Mouthpiece. Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, just the way that he was trying to convince us that it is what it is. And yeah. Just disheartening. It really was. Let's get into the father right quick, by the way. I don't even think he got good looks. Music off, I guess. He's disgusting. Okay, so what I want to do right now is go to the father right quick. And I'm going to let the poll keep polling. But we might get audio, y'all. The text messages is a lot, y'all. But if y'all really want to listen to them, we can. Now, I lost my spot. Now, the father interviewed on a channel. Okay, so nobody is confused. I'm playing my old video to get to the father's video. So, some of the things I might say we already know, but I'll stop it if I say something old that I need to update. But yeah, just so y'all won't be confused, that is what we're doing. We listening to the father's conversation off of my old video. And this is part one. This is part one. When I tell y'all I put pretty much everything in this first video I ever did. So if it sounds weird, that's why. It's a guy named Mark DeAndre that interviewed these people. Well, not really, like they called into the show, and it was like 10 months ago. So I'm gonna play some audio from that.
So we're gonna have the father call in, man. We were trying to get him video chatted in, but we having some technical issues. His phone was not audio was not capable to connect to the chat, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and let me
let's see what, because I haven't heard this yet.
One second, Brody. 1 second.
Let me know if y'all can hear that.
Can you hear me?
I'm sure y'all can, though.
Okay, something is, bro. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. All right.
Okay,
all right. So we couldn't get you on the video chat, man. I really wanted to, kind of talk face to face with you digitally, man, and had this conversation with you. But just first off, man, how are you doing tonight, man?
I'm just, I'm frustrated, hurt, confused, just everything, and just trying to stay alive.
Now, from my understanding, the father had, like, I think congestive heart failure or something. And so this was actually 10 months ago. And to be exact, this was February 19th of 2024. And I think he passed away maybe 6 months ago.
That's about it. Trying to stay alive.
Dig it. Now, when you spoke to me last night, you said that you had like no idea about what was going on in regards to the situation. So what did you know or what didn't you know as far as what's going on?
So Like I was, and I got a really, really bad heart. Operates at 5%. So I was in a hospital
5%.
when the police contacted me, and so it took me by surprise. So they asked if they could give the grandmother the number. I'm like, yeah, because we had lost contact. So they gave her the number. So I continued talking to the police. Everything, like she said, everything that this woman has said, it's been like in a common way. Like, she's a straight A student. She sent me pictures of, like young pictures, like to where in my mind I'm like, okay, my baby's still okay,
So with that being said, her father wasn't in her life at all. You just heard him say that he lost contact. He was okay for them to give the grandmother the number, and then he's seeing these pictures and my baby okay. So okay.
And as I am, just briefly, okay, we had made an agreement when she was born that the grandmother would take care of her. Now, the grandmother needed full rights to be able to provide full care, so we both signed over our rights too.
I just want to pause this right quick to welcome in everybody. Shout out to everybody in the building. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to my channel. I greatly appreciate y'all. But I'm looking at 22 thumbs up and it's 125 people. So can y'all please hit the thumbs up? It's totally free 99, y'all. Please show some love and smack that thumbs up. That is very important. Welcome in, Melanie. Thank you so much for dropping down and typing in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah, 22 here. Please like the button. Yeah, 22 thumbs up and 125. Y'all, please smack the thumbs up. But I'ma keep it rolling. Yes, please. Welcome in, Kawana. Old boy in the building. Welcome in, y'all. Carla, I noticed you put that in my comment before. Like, who are you speaking to? Where is Carla? Miss V. Okay, I see it. Shout out to Carla. Thank you so much. I see you sent 100 jewels. Yeah, y'all, please hit the thumbs up, y'all. Like, it's making me not even want to go on. You know what I'm saying? Hit the thumbs up. It's free. And again, thank you for the 100 jewels, Carla. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. For sharing. For sharing. For sharing. Thank you for sharing.
What in the fuckity fuck kind of shit is this?
Wow.
The grandmother.
Oh.
I put my cell phone child support. Now, once you did that, I put my cell phone child support. I was still going over their birthdays, taking clothes, everything.
So y'all heard what he said. He signed over the rights. That was the agreement. The grandmother was going to take care of her, but they needed to do it the right way. Give her all rights. He said he was doing something. Whatever he was doing, he stopped because he just said they lost contact too at the same time.
When I had this procedure done to my heart, I didn't have a phone for a while because I was in the hospital. They put Now, forward 3 or 4, maybe 5 years later to now, however much time that was, now my daughter's missing. You know, and that's when the police came down.
Okay.
So that's briefly.
Okay. Now, I want to say, you know, without, you know, I don't mean no disrespect by it, but like, you know, I mean, without getting into too much your business, your personal business, I guess as deep as you want to go. Why was it that you felt like you needed to give your rights up to her as opposed to raising her yourself? If you knew that the mother was in whatever condition that she was in, where she couldn't take care of her, why didn't you take her?
All right, so I made a decision. For one, without my wife knowing. See, I'm married, so I made a decision without my wife knowing.
Oh, that was the other part, that he was already married. Forgot about that.
And her name is Chantel. Tail knew my.
So at some point in this, I was confused. I think it was in this video when I was like, "What? Wait a minute, is they legally married or are they not married?" It was something that he said. But yeah, he definitely should have told his wife. I mean, it's crazy. I definitely would have left, but she's a trooper.
Position where I was in.
So he shouldn't have never been involved with this woman in the first place. She was born without a freaking chance, for real.
Because we had worked together. And, you know, we had told the grandmother, you know, the situation. So, and I know people are going to go ham or whatever, but I tried to be as responsible as my mind at that time could take. And, you know, I didn't run. Everybody want to say something. Go get them other guys that ain't taking care of this and ain't taking care of that. I took care of it. So, you know, it was only because at that time, in my mind, I was trying to protect my wife's feelings without her even knowing.
So when you said you made a decision without your wife knowing, the decision was to give up custody of your daughter, or was it what was the decision?
To sign the rights over so the grandmother can do full, so she'll be able to provide anything that she needed as far as funding, stake, whatever she might need.
So you made that decision without your wife. So do you feel like had you told your wife the situation, she would have what? Maybe convinced you to take her, or convinced you to do what you know did?
What?
We have about 101 people that still haven't found the like button. You can find the like button by double tapping the screen to smack the thumbs up or hitting those 3 dots upper right. That's if you're not a hater and not hitting the thumbs up on purpose. See, right now you're breaking and entering, because in order to be in my chat, you need to ring my bell, aka hit the like button before you hit the chat. So please get the thumbs up, y'all.
Now, when all this happened just now, I even apologized to my wife because I took away my wife's ability to, you know, have her own feelings for the situation. And
that's sad.
And I knew that. And, you know, I had to have that conversation again with my wife. I've not done what I've done. You know, I know for sure this situation wouldn't happen. And it's tearing me apart because she would have had the 2 homes to go to and come to and a lot of stuff. But, you know, my background growing up,
everybody really did feel her. Like her father was married and should have never been cheating on his wife in the first place. So he didn't really have a real attachment to her, sound like. And then plus he got ill on top of it. That didn't help the situation. So they just gave her to the mother, you know, the grandmother. Okay, Kristen. That same grandmother that got pregnant at 11 and the mother left home at 13, and then other like all of the kids, they said her son, he graduated and stuff like that. But it was like the track record of her children, the outcome, the way that they ended up wasn't good. And for her to have all of these kids, and her own family members said that she lied to be able to get these kids, which, I mean, it's a lot being said. But listening at the father telling his own side of the story, you can't get no better than this. And the man is no longer here to tell his side of the story. But my heart goes out to the little girl who still hasn't been found, got caught up in some grown people ish, and got caught up with this pedo that was allowed inside the house roaming when they knew his record. People don't change. Like, people, I seen that people are saying Shannon, Shannon is the baby mama. Let me pull up. I should have just got. Good afternoon, Renee. Apparently, I ain't taking a breath, so I had to pause it. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for dropping down in the chat. Got one of them. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But this is her and her twin sister. Shannon is the one with the purple, I guess, that got a kid by dude. Okay, so since I'm showing a picture, do anybody know who the lady is on the end? Initially, let me uncover this. Initially, I mean, I didn't know who she was, but now I'm wondering. I had cut her off, and I didn't even realize at the time that I was showing this picture. I didn't know that this was Annette right here. And I don't think I was so sure which one was which. I still don't know. And I think I said it was the one in the purple. And this girl, I don't know. Maybe she's another baby mama. I don't know. Do y'all know who she is? And that's the only picture. I'm gonna have to put the other picture up because I don't want to keep showing all these other people. But she had a twin, and a lot of desperado going on there. Like, man, I don't know. I can't make sense out of nonsense, but it looks like she was desperate. And what was the grandmother getting out of this? And can further charges be? Can anybody else get charged for this? Yeah. Probably not. Yes, they can. Maybe they could get sued, a lawsuit or something, because everybody failed her, and they turned a blind eye, like they didn't know what pregnancy looked like. Like, y'all heard the judge say, like, how did they not know? Wasn't they looking at it every day? Didn't y'all have kids and know what it looked like? Nobody was paying her no attention. The girl didn't even come home after school, and they waited till the next day to even report her missing or go look for her, when she wasn't the type that did this all the time. They just didn't care, allegedly.
It wasn't.
No, they didn't care. This is how we feeling today. Kristen said, Miss V, you cracked me up. He ain't good looking. He doesn't. Wait, I hate when this thing do this. It's not lighting up. Hold on. I'll get it figured out in a minute. Let's do that. Okay. So she said, you cracked me up. He ain't good looking. He doesn't have looks. This is a missing girl, not a hookup line. Wrong channel. Okay. And love you back, girl. Heck no, this ain't no hookup line. But it is a thumbs up line. Hit the thumbs up, please. And then her father.
I mean, I think it's still, you got to understand, everybody don't make right decisions. Everybody just hear the story. Oh, he should have done this. I'm pretty sure you should have done some things too.
That's
now,
true.
I'm just being upfront and truthful about what happened at that time. That's all I'm doing. Right. And if somebody want to ask, fine, but I still don't want to get away from me putting the information out here that I do know. Okay, right. For the main reason we're here. Yeah, most definitely. But I do think people deserve a background, like, where's this guy being, or what's, and that's what that's what I wanted to ask you, like, who are you? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people seem to be forming an opinion, not knowing whatever the situation may be. So I was just trying to give you a platform to speak your piece and say what you had to say as far as how you felt about the situation, and exactly, as well as about what as far as going on, as far as, I guess, the
I guess the conditions of the family that she was living in, and all of that. So I mean, what beyond what I just asked you, would you like people to know about the situation, whether it be like I said, about the family or you, or what do you want the people to know?
I mean, I would take any questions if somebody want to ask, but as far as if we are moving forward to the grandmother of Naziah, I'm gonna move right forward.
Okay.
So,
now, before we do that, though, I do see one question I want to address. Now, somebody asked, so did you cheat on your wife? Okay, and concede in the
yeah, yep. That is what it would be. Yeah, that is what it would be.
So you did that to basically protect her from knowing about her and gave her up to the grandmother. So at what point did she find out about your daughter?
So, for one, when you put yourself on child support, they come out. I didn't know that. So they came out, and I came home from work one day, and I had to have a total conversation with my wife.
Oh, so she found out by accident, okay? Because he put himself on child support and they came to his house. Is that, man, what? Now that's crazy.
And what had happened had been done already. And that's how my wife found out.
Wow.
And I had to deal with it and I had to deal with it.
Hey fam, welcome in, Velma.
So now, one thing that was in the back of my mind, as I was learning the history from some of the family of Lady, I guess that's her name, that's what y'all call her or whatnot. And her history.
I call it Chantel.
Okay, Chantel.
I call it Taylor Chantel. Yeah.
Chantel. I didn't know. I couldn't remember her first name. Like what was she like when you were with her? If you could give us a window into that.
We worked together. We redid homes, and she was really good at painting, drywall, and things like that. So I don't know if I was arguing at home or and I used to drink heavily, smoke weed and drink all day back then, and which probably led to some of my conditions. So
thank you, T Beezy. So T Beezy said, please like, share, and subscribe. Also hit them reactions and become a member. Let's support Miss V. She works very hard. Thanks in advance. Yes, it's free. It don't cost you a dime. It's hard to believe I got any haters in here.
Intoxicated. She was like a real cool person, like to work with, and
crazy.
I guess, under influence, one thing led to another.
Yes, that is my gentleman, Nightbot. He is absolutely programmed. She said, is Nightbot real? I'm thinking it's a robot. If not, my apologies, because I never respond to it or them. Yes, Nightbot is a robot. Yes, and I had to tame him because he was the original sniper bot. So yeah, 155 in here and 66 thumbs up. Wow. I get more thumbs up on politics. Anyway, let's go.
And the situation happened.
Just hit the thumbs up, y'all.
But Chantel was dibbling dabbling with drugs back then. I believe it was like coke. I think it was cocaine. She didn't do no pipe.
It's definitely given crack these days. So Chantel is not Naziah's mom. Naziah. I didn't know how to say it at the time. And yeah, Lady is her mom. And what he's calling her, that's her middle name. Is her middle name is something similar to that. And I noticed that a lot of family members have the same names. Like Florentino's middle name is Marquis, like Marquita, is Marquis. Um it's a person with ladies' middle name, like this they first name. They do this. They share the names within the family. Like if it ain't their same first name, I mean, if it's not their first name, it's their middle name matching somebody else's first name, if that makes sense. But then they turn around and don't call them their real names. I think that's why Shannon wasn't calling her by her name some of the time in court, because they didn't call her by her name. It was Tuda. They called her Tuda at home. According to the grandmother, she called her Glamorous, but knowing her, it probably was B. I don't think she said nothing nice to those kids. She couldn't even say it at the morning routine. And I still believe those names are stage names coming from her. Birth mom. And then this is her father talking. And they met at work. That's crazy. You can't even trust your spouse at work. I mean, it goes down. Work spouse, work husband and work wife. Y'all better take it seriously, because it goes down. And sometimes it happens at work. On break, in cars, all this kind of stuff.
Okay, but
Did you ever use it with her?
Triggers.
You ever used it with her?
Oh no, I don't. No,
Okay.
No, I ain't that even that type of cat. So, and Chantel was.
Welcome in, love and light. Thank you for coming in. Welcome in, Yaki. Yeah, good to see you. Kristen said, pause until they know here to find a thumbs up. Please don't just come in and be nosy. Yes, please, y'all. Smack the thumbs up. It's your entry in. It really is. But we ain't gonna dwell on it. We gonna keep the show going.
Bisexual. So, it was kind of a.
Okay, so now the mother was bisexual, and then I heard some of the last text messages that they had was her saying that she wanted a threesome. Something about having a girlfriend at the house. And he asked her, we got a girlfriend. That was when she was talking about Vari's girlfriend, and he asked, was she trustworthy and all this crap. Just a disgust bucket.
You cheated on your wife and had Nevaeh.
He ain't even know I
kept
said
that secret from her to protect her. Once you find out, she didn't say bring the baby home. Like, what was that? That was never a conversation as far as you.
Of course not.
After she found out.
Yep. It was always a conversation. It was always.
She's wearing. I just hold on. Let me take this off right quick, because I'm noticing this flyer right here. Let's see what this one say. She went missing on Tuesday, January 9th, 2024, sometime after 2:50 p.m. from Detroit East Side. She was last seen exiting a bus in the area of Cornwall and 3 Mile. She was wearing a light blue jean shirt. She was wearing a light blue jean shirt. Now, this is what Annette said that she was wearing. She said a powder blue jean shirt, powder blue jeans with a little fur, black fur around the collar, and something else she said. But we looking at the picture of her last day. So what they telling us right now is not to believe our lying eyes. Or she went home and changed her clothes. Like, she was wearing a light blue jean shirt, light blue jean pants. This is what she said in court. But she said black fur around the collar, pink and white Rugrats coat with a fur collar, and blue and white Nike gym shoes. She didn't mention shoes in court. This is absolutely ridiculous. And then we got evidence in here of this. that nobody ever said she was wearing. Not on none of the flyers. And the person that shot the video want $100 to answer 2 of my questions. And they want me to believe this. Like, man. Like, what?
Ain't nobody this motherfucking taking off they brand new suit and leaving it right here like this. And it look like it's blood right there. Look at it. I know what blood look like. Definitely giving blood, bro. And definitely a brand new ass shoe, man. This thing got no crease and clean as hell. Blood on her back. Who the fuck leaving a brand new shoe right here? Come on, man. Definitely blood, bro. If you don't think that's blood, you crazy, bro. I know what blood look like. Feel me? Ain't nobody this.
Who the F that excited about finding a little missing girl's shoe? I ain't sad at all about her being missing and you finding her shoe. You find stuff like that. That means that harm has come to that person. He didn't sound like he was worried at all. He wasn't sentimental at all. And this must be his buddy's sister. Vari had to tell the detective that those shoes were hers. Yeah, but what I'm saying, this guy that recorded the video is Vari's friend. Vari's friend who recorded this video allegedly sent Vari this information, who verified it with the detective. And that's the only reason why they went and picked up this stuff, right? Because first, they came across this evidence, according to Roxy. She found it, called them in. They didn't come. They waited 3 hours she waited 3 hours for them to come. They did not come. When she left, allegedly, this guy that just recorded this stuff, he recorded it and everybody thought he found it because he posted it. And also apparently sent this information to Vari. Vari was able to get the detectives to go out there and get it by saying, these are my sister's shoes. Before that, they left this evidence out there. They took a picture of it, but they didn't take it because they said it was not what she was wearing. Okay. Then they end up accepting this. No, I'm talking about not one of her missing posters have nothing about her wearing this stuff that they found. They was not gonna go collect it until Vari verified, yes, those are my sister's shoes. Man, listen, I don't know about this evidence, okay? I don't, because the first person that came out here, his name was Wyatt. He was the first one that came and recorded the evidence that he found. He left it there, which means anybody could have came up and did whatever. Now, when Wyatt went out there, he only recorded that he seen a shoe and a pink jumper, which is all we see right here, right? But then they went back out there and they found the other shoe, the black hoodie, along with some other stuff, a bracelet, a rubber bracelet, a Ziploc bag, a pair of gloves. Hold on, where did I write that? Yeah, they found more stuff. Of course, I got notes everywhere, but they found more stuff, man. I don't know about this evidence. This is what I'm saying. This is crazy. But you have to look at my other videos when I'm explaining that part of it. But I just came in to say, okay, because the last video I was like, I'm going to hit dude up. Once Kenya called in and she told me this was Vari friend, because JoJo had mentioned it on a previous video. I had not heard that. I had never seen this video. And when I seen this video, it changed everything. Because the whole time I thought I didn't know about this guy, and then especially his connection with Vari, like, man, I don't trust this evidence. It was sitting out there for hours. Anybody, man, yeah.
There's a conversation. Now that
They never said she was wearing none of that stuff. Wait a minute now. If his wife wanted the kid, why he didn't get it? Now let's hear what he said.
I was taking bikes, clothes, whatever that baby wanted over there. And that's, you know.
That's the reason why I was taking things over there, because y'all was having conversations about bringing her.
We were trying, so to get, you know, to still be in the baby's life. Okay, you know, be involved. When you make a decision, you just can't just automatically change it. Like, no, right. You just don't do that. So you.
Okay, so since I got this picture up, okay, so y'all see where the pink jumper is at. Everything that's circled. The only thing that the first person that went out there, Wyatt, the Border Patrol guy, he only took the pink jumpsuit, and a shoe that was in the branch, right? That's what I thought. I thought that was all that they had as far as the shoe. I didn't know it was two shoes. I didn't know it was a left and a right shoe found, right? Okay, so what don't make sense to me is when the forensic lady went out there, they found additional stuff. This stuff was sitting where this pink jumper at. Off to the right is the shoe. You just can't see it. But Wyatt did not collect this black hoodie. He didn't have a picture of the black hoodie or the shoe that was right there. That got collected later. And that the only thing that makes sense about that is that somebody went and put it out there. Like, I mean, it just don't make sense if it wasn't there the first time. Because it was really confusing how we came to this, because Wyatt, the Border Patrol guy, he found the pink jumpsuit and the shoe wrapped inside of it, which made it sound like whoever took it off of her, or whoever clothes it is, they peeled it off and took the shoe off with the jumper, and it was balled up in there. So I was like, well, then he went on to say also that he was the one that pulled it apart. So then I'm like, well, if the shoe was inside of the pink jumper, how did Mark and Roxy ever see it? Right? It just didn't make sense to me. And then bam, okay, we got a left and a right shoe. And now finding out, oh, the guy that recorded the video was Vari's friend. Oh, the only reason why they went and got this is because Vari verified it, man. And this dude won $100 to talk to me.
You show you could be there, and you show you could be responsible. And that's what I was doing. I was showing I could be responsible. I kept up my child support payments. To this day, they're still going. And
to this day.
And so, and that's what it is. My wife is a very supportive person, you know, and it's nothing that it was nothing on her. None of this is on my wife at all. She's a beautiful, supporting person. Mm-hmm. And that's what it is about her.
Here's what I'm going to say. If you got a husband that do this, leave, man, please. I can't tell people what to do, but I know what I would do. Ain't no way in hell I would stay with a man that had another child by somebody at work. I can't trust you no damn where. And I'm not about to wreck my brain trying to figure out what you doing when you supposed to be at freaking work. There's just no absolute way I would deal with this crap. I still feel and at the end of the day, he did all that, and now he gone. The kid is gone. Everything. What did his wife gain from this? Unless she had life insurance on him.
You
know. Lord, that's crazy.
Okay, so I guess with that being said, you can go forward with whatever the details is you want to share about the family or the grandmother, the situation, your whole view. This situation right now.
Not okay. Okay, Carla.
So,
I mean, and a kid is more than just about sending off some payments and, child support payments, a couple outfits, a bike and some roller skates. Like, Raising a kid is way more than that. That's why they go seeking love in other places, because they don't have that love. When you don't have mom or dad around, and then grandma and whoever else around they just prospering off of you. Babies for benefits, like the AFC podcast say. This is a truly one of those things. They didn't give a damn what happened with the kids as long as them checks was rolling in.
It's like,
Keep the babies coming and keep the checks coming. Because one of the cousins said that it was 11 kids in and out of that house at one point. Then she said she narrowed it down and said, and this was just a podcast from the other day, said that it was 7 kids. She had 7 kids and 9, because it was 2 that will still come back and forth. Like they probably were still teenagers, or, like, this is sad. Just a house full of kids and ain't nobody been checked, taken care of, or nothing, and you got a freaking pedophile coming through there every day at will. Hold on, I'm talking too much. Claiming you don't know what's going on. Stop. I'm mad at this point. Hold on. I didn't want all this, but we here now.
And she was cueing me in on everything. She was telling me like the baby.
Welcome in, Frugal Mama.
Never happened before, and she was seen running with some kids. So, we're going to find her and we're going to bring her home. And, now my family's asking, like, well, are they going to do a police conference? And I'm like, well, Mama said they were going to do a police conference. They're trying to schedule. It's going to be on this day. Now, mind you, this is like,
I couldn't get over the fact that he calling Annette mama. Like, he would have been picking his head up off the floor. Get out of here. Right, TBZ. It's crazy. It's crazy. Somebody planted the shoe, Tracy said. Okay. They having Merv. Oh, they saying Merv had another kid. That's crazy. If he did on his wife. I don't know. I think I heard him say something about having a son. But I don't know how many kids he got. Are you saying he has a daughter like Naziah's age? That he possibly had on his wife, or he already had this kid? I'm not sure.
Like around the 9th or whatever. I believe it was the 9th. When we was having these conversations. And I'm like, okay, so it was just kept on, like, we were going to do this, we're going to do this. She even said Chantel came down from Ohio to help pass out flyers. And when she had gotten there, I said, we were talking. I said, well, how's Chantel doing? She said she's not doing too good about it. And I said, oh, okay. And I left it at that.
Now, notice he said something about her coming down from Ohio. That was a conversation. And according to that text that between her, Roxy and Shannon, it looked like the mom, it looked like lady had been here since October. And Shannon literally said in the video, because the thread of messages, it just like continued on from October. And in those messages, Shannon said that she never left. She's like, she been here the whole time. So that was, people was confused about that. And if she lived in Michigan at the time and all of that.
Because, I know what type of state Telly be in. So I left it at that. But she was helping.
Okay, love and light.
Look,
that's crazy. You are so right, though, love and light. For him to be calling her mama at this time, even if he was calling her mama, like, how did he even get there anyway to be calling her mama if they met at work? Like, at what point did he meet Annette and why? Like, why is he? I don't get it. You gave up the child. I'm just trying to understand. I think he might have, yeah, he did work for Annette too. And he praised this bishop. It's not the same bishop as Annette's bishop that we found out, according to Kenya, that she was sleeping with, but it's another bishop. And it's just a lot because they call some of these pastors and bishops daddy, including her bishop. So it's crazy. It's a lot going on.
So as time goes, it's just a whole bunch of, like, I would call Mama, and I didn't want to bother her, but she was always be like, I'm tired.
We can't trust him either. Well, God rest his soul.
Yeah, baby. And she's always like she seemed like the perfect grandmother. Well, that's what I used to go over there. Everything the house was immaculate. You know, she was always working, trying to do something. The baby was happy, cooking, things like that. It was never and she's a God-fearing woman. So, you know, it was always like
she's Satan's daughter,
a good
sir.
vibe. So I respected her with a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, you know, if she told me something, I really believed it. I would have never thought it would be so much shady stuff coming.
He didn't have much discernment, or she was really good at fooling people. But dang, I mean, she couldn't fool us. Especially after that morning prayer. I don't care what she did. She couldn't even muster up no tears at the press conference. And she didn't even want to be there. I heard that they pretty much was like, if you don't do it, you're gonna look guilty to everybody.
From her direction.
And she do.
You know, and then it's they got twins. She has twins. You know, they used to live with her, you know. And so now, you know, I guess one of them don't, one of them do. I don't know. I just know that's the part of the family that I don't.
See, now, according to Dre, him and Marquita moved out around the same time that they had moved to the new place. And so at that time, Shannon and her kids and whatever other kids she had was living with her at the new place.
So basically, you said all of that to say that the picture was painted perfectly in your eyes, and it looked like nothing was going wrong or nothing.
And we also know that Dre painted the house of the old house that they were moving from because she wanted to get it. She wanted to sell it or whatever. And it was a house sold too. You know, somewhere, I think it was in February. It was a lot of stuff happening after ZIYAH went missing. It was a paternity test being taken, charges being pressed, because ZIYAH had gotten into a fight with a girl in November, and they went and reported that so ZIYAH went missing on January 9th. January 10th, they went to the school and told them she ran away. And then on the 11th, they went and pressed charges on the girl that she had gotten to a fight with in November. Okay, and also on the 10th, Shannon had this appointment at the DNA folks because Jarvis, that conversation that Jarvis was having with a female saying that you a newcomer and you dumb or whatever. He was denying her last two children. So I just made that connection with that, I guess. But anyway, it was a lot going on with these people. A lot of moving around. Everybody was moving except for looking for her, because even in this video, he gonna say that they did not come outside. They did not search. They was out like in her neighborhood, and they was in the house. They never searched for her. And the grandmother actually said on the stand that she did nothing. I pointed that out in one of my videos. She's like, my daughter did this, did that. And she's like, and I did nothing. I said, damn, she finally told the truth. The one truth she told on the damn stand. She did nothing.
Was ever wrong in the situation.
Ever wrong.
And when this particular situation came about, they're telling you that this is something that never happened.
Didn't
And,
she, Tracy?
they weren't worried about it as if they was expecting her to come back home anytime soon.
Right. No, correct. Now, I want to say this. Now, at this time, they were dealing with DTS, that's the Detroit school system police, right? So she had even explained that to me. So eventually, when I got out, I didn't want to keep talking to her, but I wanted more information, so I got out of the hospital. I wasn't even supposed to be walking. I'm on a medicine that keeps my heart pumping. I wasn't even supposed to be walking.
That's
I got nurses calling me because they was concerned because the police. And I'm out there, me, my wife passing out flyers, my sister, my son, my nephew. We out here passing out flyers.
Son. Oh, so him and his wife was out there at that moment. And y'all heard him say he wasn't even supposed to be walking. He taking medicine to help his heart pump.
And I would stop over at Mom's house and try to get, direction of where I should go, what's going on. And she would just come out.
I wonder if he had this issue when he was making the baby. I'm just curious. Like, did he have heart issues or did it just happen after she was born? Did he have them first, before she was born?
She said, oh, yeah, we out passing them out earlier. And this and that. I'm like, okay, well, we're going to do this. We out there day and night. But every time we went, they were in the house. And then the twins, like, I know them. They never came out the house.
See?
So I feel like,
oh, wait a minute now. He said the twins. They got to be talking about the twins that I've been showing y'all. And I don't even, I'm listening on the phone. I can't even put no pictures in. But let me put, I got to pause this because like I said, this was the very first video that I ever did. So we know at this point, we talking about Shannon and Marquita. Please smack the like button. We only got 95 likes. But I'm glad people are finding the like button. I appreciate that. Pull them up one more time. Shannon is the one in the purple, the one that got 5 kids by this dude. And her twin is the other one. They identical. It's 2 of them. Okay.
going on over here?
They didn't even come outside to look for her. Why?
So one day I went over there, or I was having a conversation with the grandmother. She said, I don't know why everybody want to ask where, like Chantel got an older son. I think he's around 70, 18 now. They want to talk to him. I don't know why the police want to talk to him. They need to, he ain't got nothing to do nothing with it. You see what I'm saying? It's just her attitudes started changing.
Okay, so now you're saying that, right, basically you're saying all of that to say that, you know, you notice red flags about certain situations and you probe them and ask them about it and they act suspicious, I guess to say, for lack of a better way to explain it.
Right. Now, when we were trying, I said, Mama, and after a while, I'm like, Mama, we done put these flyers up. All the kids that we talking to, they're saying they ain't seen, they know her, but they ain't seen her in 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm like, well, that's about when the thing happened. It ain't nobody seeing her, but Mama telling me they seeing her running up and down the street. You know, and I'm trying to keep calm. Now, after...
Wait a minute. Now, she was misleading them then? I mean, if we are to believe what this man is saying, they was acting like she was okay, like they knew where she was at. Why wasn't it an urgency to find her? Did they know something that we don't know? Like, I just wonder if more charges is gonna come later. Boy, and they ought to come later. They need to come right now. Okay, we at the point where the charges should come with the kids not being there. But then I heard Dre say something about the kids might be coming back home or something like that. Like that, I don't believe that. That's too soon. According to the case that I was talking about, that makes me think about them with the 3 and 4 year old Orrin and Orson West. They were adoptive children from Cal City, Bakersfield, California. And once they took those kids out the house, well, I'm talking about not one child went missing, but 2. Well, they made them disappear. And they literally took them from one city to the other, but they actually unalived them at the other residence. Okay. And it took years to get them locked up, and their own kids told once they took them, but it took a long time. That's why I'm like, okay, the kids gone. That's a start. Like somebody gonna pay, more people gonna pay for this. But this evidence though. Because all of the stuff that I'm finding, man, if you go on Facebook, people
And that because me, I asked Grandma, I said, now look, Ma, I just want to ask a few more questions. Let me tell you this. Now, we was talking, and she had told me the summertime, oh yeah, she's a straight A student. She even went to the summer school classes and everything. So they had said that I pulled up, a guy was at the school in a pickup truck. And ZIYAH had went out there to the pickup truck. And the principal had supposedly went out there and said, who are you talking to? Who was that? ZIYAH turned around and said, this is my dad.
Now, I see somebody asked about court. I thought Natalie said, I thought yesterday was court. It was supposed to be a case conference, and it was supposed to be the final case conference, but somebody told me under my comments that they postponed it until August. So I haven't found anything official about that. So I'm assuming it's true. I ain't seen nothing about nothing. I don't even know how they knew. They must have been in court or something. But that's what I'm hearing, that it's been changed. And so I was like, wait a minute. Now I hope that means that it's some new discoveries or something. It's some new information they got to go over. I don't know. And then I'm thinking that because this was postponed, that the trial could be pushed back, and it would be right up their alley to have it in January, because they like to do stuff at anniversaries. This preliminary hearing was at an anniversary, January 9th. I think the trial probably going to end up being in January. Because they pushed it back. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking, what if they push that back to January?
So the lady was like, yo, there. So when she started walking towards it, they said the guy pulled off.
Now, I heard this the other day from a family member. It was a great. Now, Tracy, she said it's the size of the onesie, an extra large. It is an extra large, but I was thinking that it was a child size extra large because it looked small the way that it was sitting back there. I did look up the brand, and that brand is sold at Children's Place. It did pop up, and then also it's sold online. Like if you put in that brand, more online stores will pop up. So I don't know, but they do sell kid size clothes. So I would think that the courts would have I don't know, man. I can't think for these people because stuff ain't working like it should be in this case. The Dirty D in Shannon had court the 10th. Apparently that didn't go well because noun court is in August. Yep. Okay, let me hit play. Great aunt that told the story. So that dude was going up to her school, even talking to her at the playground. Like, what? Yeah, but pay attention to what he says Annette says to him. Annette sounds like she's a habitual liar. You know what I'm saying? And people in her family know that she's known to lie. Because they say that she lied on Lady. She lied on ZIYAH, like lied and said that she was a runaway and all of that. So yeah, she be lying according to her family. And then he put off, but they didn't even report that. I think is what she was saying. And she gonna turn it around and make it seem all sentimental. Like it's just crazy to what she told the father about that. They must have somehow the father found that out.
So the Zion came back in. So I said, well, Ma, I didn't know where y'all lived at. She was like, yeah, because we moved.
Now notice this man calling her Ma and all this. Ain't no way. Like his wife must be really supportive, But I guess if you're gonna be with somebody that long, you might as well stay to the end. It's too late to leave now. I don't believe that for 1 second. That might have been how she was thinking. I'm gone.
I said, well, ain't nobody called me. She was like, well, we tried to call, the number didn't go through. I said, Mama, I was in the hospital so long, I don't even know where that phone was. I said, so, and if anything, what happened, I will call you. She was like, I know, you're very respectful. So I'm not thinking of the conversation, so we still talk. I said, well, what did she say? She said she asked her, what that she said. She looked at her and said, that's my daddy, Anna. And she was like, that is not your dad. And this, that. So I think she said she started crying or whatever. And she said, we'll deal with this later. So I'm like,
that's her remedy for everything. Lying, and we'll deal with it later. That's what she said about the little girl at the birthday party that Jarvis tampered with. And then Top Flight said, I wonder why he told the baby mama he didn't know what was going on. They taking everyone's car. And how he know they was taking people cars and who car they took and why he was trying to figure things out. Oh yeah, they probably was calling him, letting him know everything. He seemed to have a scoop on everything. He told Latricia Johnson, they know about me or what they know about me. That was the craziest thing. I'm telling y'all. And I'm still on that on that Otter Drive in Belfort. I'm still on that because I'm feeling like if Latricia Johnson didn't have nothing to do with it, they definitely was setting her up for it. You see what I'm saying? Because she claimed, Naziah asked me for an address the same week she went missing, right? But a lot of people think she asked that day. No, she said on the stand that she told this whole story. Yeah, I was getting out the shower and I was drying off and I was like when you tell too many details, it's a lie, number one. But that's what she was saying. I was getting out the shower and Naziah asked me about where was this location, Belfort and Otter Drive. I told her it was by this, that, and the third. Or at first, where it's at. And then just so happened, Belfort and Otter Drive is where Latricia Johnson live at and whose car he was using. So if Latricia Johnson didn't have nothing to do with it, they damn sure was sending it her way. It just don't make sense to me that Shannon would mention that. Then the next question they asked on the stand is, is Jarvis known to walk, get picked up at other locations, walking down the street or however they said it? I don't know. I can't wait to see who else get arrested, if anybody else get arrested. But Kim Worthy said it was going to be more arrests. We waiting.
Okay. So now going back real quick. Now, mind I told you when we got out, we was passing out flyers. I would go over there and ask her what area should I go in. She was like, well, go down there to Chatsworth, on Chatsworth. So I guess the back of the school sits on Chatsworth. Hey, Miss TT. I said, well, why would I go down there on Chatsworth? She was like, because that's when Naziah walked through the field and met with that guy at the truck. I said, so she walked through the back of the school, and walked through the field? I'm trying to figure out.
So you say all of that to say that
that's crazy.
They know that she was possibly dealing with somebody out of her age range and was not doing nothing about it?
Now, I'm about to tell you some more stuff. I just wanted to give you that scenario. Now, Naziah is smart, okay? If that was the case, I believe she was covering up for somebody. He didn't want them to get exposed. Now, as I listen to your podcast,
is over age.
That she knows. Yep, that she knows. And they not her age. Now that I listen to your story, And it's like this guy who's one of the twins' boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? And this guy's supposed to have all this sexual misconduct junk and all this nasty stuff. Okay, you know, red flag. Yeah, I believe that's him. I believe it's him. Because I don't know none of this. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say it's this guy, but I believe it's him. I just heard about this yesterday. So now before all this, me and mom was having a conversation. I said, well, Mom, well, how did you manage? You know, she said, well, I think Shan, one of the twins, her man would pick up the kids from school sometimes, take them up to his shop, and they would clean up and work up there, and she would go pick them up. So I'm thinking, like, well, maybe this is the guy she was protecting. This before I even know this guy was a pedophile. So, you know, I'm like, okay, Ma, you know, we need to look into that. She was like, no, because he ain't with her no more, you know, or whatever that she might have said, you know.
Now, okay. Now, what parent in their right damn mind would have some man that you know is a criminal and the type of criminal that he is picking up your children? That's like, I mean, you're dangling steak in front of a freaking bulldog. Like, okay, so with that being said, she knew. All of this wasn't sneaking, going to the shop. She was allowing this to happen and telling the father this stuff like it's a good thing. Now I'm trying to see, like, did she say anything about them getting paid? For what reason would you need to have some little girls cleaning the shop? Come on now. That's crazy. Annette is a hot damn mess and she deserved to be locked up today. Okay. I'm talking about right now. It makes absolutely no sense. Girl, top flight. I'm telling you, I could not believe it. How close were you to this woman? This dude had not seen ZIYAH in 8 years. So why is he calling this woman mom? Why? How? I don't even think he knew them like that. Or did he? Like, how well did they know each other? Like, come on. This was just some dude at a job that she had a baby by. It don't sound like it was no type of relationship or anything. But he calling her mom 8 years later or more. Because in this interview, I think he said it was about 5 or one of the interviews, he said it was like 5 or 6 years since he's seen her. And I literally said in that video, if he could say 5 to 6, it was probably 8 to 10. And then I heard him on a news interview say that it was 8 years. So this mama thing, get out of here. Come on.
I'm thinking in my head, like, okay. But now I listen to your podcast and I'm putting two to two together. So your podcast, I listened to that last night, right?
Right.
That night, I texted the grandmother. I said, oh my God, I can't believe you. I said, twin, you know, like this shit really hurt. I said, y'all sick over there. I said, 7 kids.
We finally hit
like
100.
5, we just got 7.
107.
You know what I'm saying? But I asked Mama before I sent them text, who is Jarvis? You know, this woman sat up there, act like she ain't know who he was.
What?
And then was like, that's boyfriend. I said, well, is that the one they got in custody? She was like, look, her voice got real uppity then. She was like, look, I'm not saying nothing. The police say people gonna say things. When you get out here, they're gonna, and don't believe them until they come back and tell you what's what.
Welcome
but
in,
I've been
Seneca.
asking you the truth about these situations, and you haven't been truthful, not what? You know what I'm saying? Now she go back and tell the police, my daughter has been running away.
What?
But you tell me she has never done it before.
Oh, so wait a minute. So she's been lying. See, I know what the internet been saying, but this is truth because y'all heard what the judge said. For the people that was here when the judge did say what she said about the grandmother, but this is the father that is verifying the stuff that he don't even know he verifying for me. So wow, okay, yeah. So oh, Annette need some handcuffs. I'm talking about right now. That's crazy to me. Thank y'all for getting us to 108 thumbs up. I appreciate it. I definitely do. We must have got some new people to rotate up in here that hit the thumbs up. Shout out to Kuda in the building. You laughing, Kuda? Welcome in. Thank you for dropping down in my chat. Shout out to you. Or he was just putting a hashtag on it because it's his baby mama. Girl, like, ain't you married? Like, he was so concerned about his wife with the kid, but you calling your work girlfriend, your work wife, mom, but you couldn't bring your daughter home. Like, I mean, it sounds like y'all all in the family. What's really going on? Because he would have been picking up his whole top rack. See, I would have left. Ain't no way I'm staying with no man. Okay, so that means I can believe a lot of stuff that I'm seeing on Facebook.
I mean, it's so many things that's not added up.
I mean, and that's the thing that I'm hearing from a lot of people as far as, and I'm not here to throw nobody under the bus. I'm just discussing the thing.
That's exactly why the judge was like, and she wasn't known to run away. That's why she even said that. So she made her out to be something that she wasn't, so people wouldn't look for her, is what it seemed like to me. What?
I've heard things that I see, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are saying that the story from the story from the person that it's coming from is switching up, like, you know, left and right, up and down, you know what I mean? So I don't know. And then so when I'm given the information that I'm heard, it may, I mean, that I'm being told, it may sound like my shit is up, down, left, and right. You know what I mean?
Right, but I mean, coming from the grandmother, man, this should be on point. Period.
And I'm gonna say this. You know, I actually obtained a contact number for the grandmother, and I called her not long ago, less than 2 hours ago, and I reached out to her, you know, respectfully, and said, you know, I'm Mark Deedham, Selma Radio. I'm a citizen journalist, I have an independent media outlet, and you know, I've been kind of covering the story over the last couple of days, and I wanted to reach out to you to see if you wanted to have a conversation and share your piece on what's going on. You know, I mean, I'm unbiased. I'm not the police. I'm not, you know, I'm a citizen journalist. I'm not even the mainstream terrestrial news corporate outlet. You know what I mean? So I was just giving her a platform to, you know, to speak. And you know, to me personally, she sounded a little, I don't know if it was worried, disgruntled, or whatnot, but she declined my offer to speak and got off the phone real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. She ain't trying to deal with none of this, man. I'm telling you.
Because she got something to hide. Any grandmother to act like that, you definitely hiding something. Possibly some bodies.
That's why I didn't even want to ask her questions, because her demeanor.
Well, not trying to deal with it or answer questions equal guilt.
Was off. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to respect her. She has always been, when you say grandmother, I'm talking like a respectable person. I don't even know what all this stuff, all the adoptions and all this stuff. It didn't even seem like that was in their category. It's like she's been adopted.
From what I hear, you know, the grandmother, and I don't know how true it is, right? But two other people was telling me they don't know how she ended up with not only your kids, but the other 7 kids under the age of 10 that's in the house right now, because she in fact lost her kids to CPS when they were younger. Her 5 kids, they all ran away or something like that. But that's just a story that I'm told.
Okay, now he's saying, yeah. Now I did hear that they ran away. I don't know about if she lost them through CPS. This is Detroit, Michigan. Welcome in, Tea Time. And Miss T said, I really believe the mom and grandma need to answer a lot of questions. Exactly. I feel like, dang, can they be brought up on charges because of
have to keep going. I have to keep going. And I'm not saying going without this situation. I'm talking about as far as learning and growing. People are always going to have a comeback to anything you say.
Most definitely.
But you just gotta keep on. You gotta keep on going, man. You can't stop.
That's a good one, Sherry. I'm gonna let y'all know some of what social media is saying too.
All right, brother, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate your time, man.
All right, so we just wanted to hear from the father, who is no longer here, y'all. From my understanding, he passed about 6 months ago, somewhere around there. And this, well, shoot, it's longer than that now. Okay, so we what did y'all think about the dad? And that wasn't like, that was his more calmer conversation that he had, because the other time that he called in, he was really upset. Let's go to that.
You think you're gonna walk around here with good health and ain't nothing gonna happen to you, and the Most High not gonna? What? That's why you sick, and I hope you continue to reap what you have put out into.
Girl, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, she lit him up. Now, this is why he was mad when he came up there. Like, this, whoever this woman is, she did not care, okay?
To this universe for that baby. That's my wishes for you. And I hope he listening, because he was a true clown. Okay? Talking, he on the air with a whole bunch of mothers, fathers, grandmas, uncles, coaches, or whatever that come out here every day, and we make it happen for our children, for our village that we are growing. And you telling us about how you was in the hospital. Boy, you hear me? And your wife should be automatically ashamed of you too. She should be ready to divorce you because you are a weak man. Now, I don't know all the other details, Mark, because I'll be busy, honey. I got 3 kids over here. So I didn't hear all the details of the story, but I chimed in today because I was doing my laundry, and I just had to give my spiel.
She had time to do. So what are y'all feeling about the father? Can y'all relate? Do y'all agree with her? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the AFC podcast in the building. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, so let me ask y'all, what do y'all think about what she just said? I know y'all agree, especially somebody just had called him a clown in the chat. LOL right away. Yes, liked and shared the scream. Thank you for sharing me out. I appreciate it. I'm glad you put the thumbs up, because I got a few thumbs I want to break up in here. You know, so we should be already at 300 at least. We want to get to 1,000, and I know we can, but you know, it's free. I don't know what's wrong. But we are happy that we got 114 and 134. So we all almost matching. Judas, thank you for coming in. All right, let's skip past that.
And I don't know if you didn't know how or didn't know where to start.
No, Ms. Dad is calling my phone.
Oh shit.
But he has to call in now. Let me see what he... Bro, what's happening? Hey, what's up, bro? What's happening?
Spicy.
Hey, you know I've been out there looking for that baby, man. Hey, you know I've been out there looking.
Hopefully y'all can hear him good, and he just saying, you know, I was out there looking for my baby. Bam. So he talks kind of different because of his ailment, but hopefully y'all can hear him. Let me know if you can't. We just officially hit 18K. That's what the ding was, but we already had hit 18K, but I just got notified. So shout out to everybody that's subscribing to my channel and thumbsing it up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We definitely put in work over here. Okay? Thank y'all.
I can hear you. You're supposed to call the call-in line, bro. You called my phone, bro. Okay, so what you want me to do? You got to call the phone line. The phone line, 3137. I'm on the call right now.
Oh, okay. So we'll be able to hear him better when he called the right phone. And he's gonna instantly say something to Roxy, but she wasn't even the one talking Or maybe she gonna say something when he says something. But anyway, I mean, he just, I agree. He failed her too. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, I mean, they the ones that created her and wasn't there to take care of her and protect her.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say what I have to say regarding Shannon, because I'm an aunt and I'm a woman and I'm for the community, but I'll save and I hope she's listening and I hope that you take in what I have to say.
I agree. He wanted to he didn't want to die with that on his conscience.
What's happening, bro?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Okay,
So, I want to just keep this about my daughter, but you got these old hurt women out here that don't understand nothing.
What?
Even I'm saying, for one, me and my wife was together. We wasn't married.
See?
And they don't know.
Wait a minute now. He said me and my wife was together, but we wasn't married. I thought I remember him saying that, man. Like, what? Make that? Can somebody make that make sense? Now, you the one that came and told everybody that this was his wife. Like, God rest his soul. But listen here. See, don't let a man call you his wife if he ain't married you. But wait a minute.
For one, me and my wife was together. We wasn't married. And they don't know.
Wait a minute now. He said me and my wife was together, but we wasn't married. Was she your wife or not? Like, see, this is what I be saying too. Like, I don't like for guys to use a title that's not true. Don't let a man call you his wife, wifey. I could have just waited and let me say that. That's just how I feel, y'all. Like, get out of here. Wifey poo, if he ain't put a ring on it, if he ain't walked you down that aisle and your dad ain't gave you away, don't let a man call you wife. What the hell is he talking about here?
They don't know the situation. And so the clown don't know that I was paying child support. The mother got into some trouble with weed.
Common law don't exist no more in most places, from my understanding. Don't call me your wife unless you put a ring on it and walk me down that aisle, sir.
With the grandmother, we signed over the rights to the grandmother. We signed the rights over to the grandmother so she could take care of the...
Now, I heard him say the mother had got into some trouble. I heard him say that right when I paused.
I was going over there. Her family know I was going over there. I was taking money. I was doing everything. And I put myself on child support.
So I just wanted to say, because we listened to his first part where he talked, and he said that he, they signed her over. He didn't even tell his wife. His wife only found out because he put himself on child support and the paperwork came home and she found out. He didn't know that she was going to find out that way. It's like he didn't think about that at all. So if you had already, what was he planning on having a secret child? Now, when he talked the first time, y'all, he made it sound like he just gave her off and that was that. He wasn't going to be in her life. The granny was going to do it the right way. But now he's saying something different. Either way, he wasn't there. He's even going to say that he wasn't there for years. I mean, 4 to 5 years. Then somebody else saying 8. But we going to listen closely. I'm going to let him talk.
I had a heart problem. Lost contact.
I do wonder how was his heart when she was made, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, did he get immediately ill right after that? Or okay, let me let him.
Hospital recently for my heart. That's how the police contacted me again. That's how I got back in and found out where they were. And since I got out, I've been out.
Oh, they do. Arkansas support common law. I'm gonna have to see where common law is even legal at still. I don't know. But welcome in, Sirline Gill.
Day and night, flyers and everything. So these clowns, yeah, you know I've been out there, bro. And it's upsetting me because I'm trying to keep this focus.
I just want to say this, that I think he's confusing the not being there for your daughter is more than showing up when she missing, handing out some flyers. It's more than even sending a gift and paying child support. Raising a child, I mean, paying child support, taking them shopping and dropping them back off at home, which he wasn't even doing that. But I'm just saying that's the easy work. Is taking care of them when they ill every day, running them here and there, speaking life into them, helping with homework, doctor's appointments, all this stuff. Man, get out of here. I'm sure y'all know this though already.
Finding my baby. And so they can't tell me what I have and what I ain't been doing with their old rusty self. I can't stand when people do that stuff when you're trying to be honest. I can't stand it, man. Old foul ass mouth. She don't know what she talking about.
I'm sorry. Let me. I'm gonna say this because I think what you're getting back is the frustration and the anger from the community because they're wondering where you were. And I
now this is the difference between Mark and the women, because Mark will just be quiet and let them talk, but you see that she jumped in. He'll just let him keep talking. It'll go silent before he says something sometime. Let's see what she's saying.
I do believe that I believe in forgiveness, but this too also in the eye of God as well, because Neziah comes from you. You're facing those demons, and it's not for us to judge you. It's not.
He don't want to hear her at all.
That's between you and God. But what you're getting back is from the community, because when you don't step up as a father, sir, then the community has to. And
well, what I'm saying, y'all keep saying I didn't step up. I was there. I was never not there. Only time I wasn't there because her grandmother kept popping her butt around because she on some other stuff. I couldn't find her. She went missing. Other than that, I was over there.
She went missing.
I was over there.
When?
The grandmother was going MIA. Man, she jumped around for so many houses over there on the east side. I'm telling you, she was moving around. Ask her family. Ask her family.
This is her family.
Now he says so many houses, and why? And moving up and down the street. Who's paying for all these houses? I mean, you know, I had looked up the bishop and all this. He got a lot of stuff going on. He buying up a lot of stuff in certain areas, but also, you know, two people around them that buy up stuff is the bishop and Frank, though. So, you know, people will tell you, follow the money. Follow the money. That's who running everything, and that's who in charge of everything, wherever the money at. And we know these lackeys ain't got a dime. So somebody is funding this cult/organization.
This is her family. This is Roxy. This is her family.
I know Roxy. I seen Roxy, but I was on the phone with the auntie and Annette's sister. They know what's going on. They was with Chantel. I don't even know who Roxy is. No disrespect. There's a lot of their family members I don't know. That's fine. You know what? That's fine. Yeah.
Well,
and the only reason I answer any questions at first, because people, y'all, even Mark, you said people want to know who you are. I'm gonna ask you these few questions, and then we're gonna talk about your daughter. I said, fine, man, I ain't got nothing to hide. And now it's just like, oh, this is either deadbeat dead. Y'all, I was never. You keep on saying all this stuff. I was never a deadbeat dead.
Well, Mark didn't say that, love. Mark never called you. Mark, listen.
I'm not saying he said I was. I'm not saying he said I was a deadbeat dead.
But the people.
Mark gave me an opportunity to. He gave me an opportunity to speak, and he said they wanted to know who I was, and I said I don't have anything to hide. I will answer the question.
And we thank you for that. Thank you for your honesty and your transparency. And it's not to beat up on you again. This is just emotion from the community. Because I know you said that you were there and then you paid child support, but child support doesn't make up for the presence.
For the time being over there, I was over there with part of people ain't listening.
What is he talking about when he hadn't seen her for a period of time? I don't know what he's talking about saying that he was over there. He wasn't. He was in the hospital for years. Does anybody know if the grandma got a check for NZIYAH? I'm sure she did because she didn't want to get her unless it was all legal. And so I'm assuming that she did. It's different in different states, but I think she got something. I don't think she would have got them kids if she wasn't getting no money. Babies for benefits. And then if they have any type of issues, learning disabilities or anything like that, you get more money for them.
I was over there. I was going over it. I went over there.
How much were you over there?
I was over there. I went and seen my baby.
To go drop off money over there, to go drop off
more money, clothes, whatever, bike, whatever it was. I was helping a net needed. Like I would go over there, something wrong on the house. I might fix this while I was over there. She had so many houses she was at.
Okay, so
she
what
might have needed some money.
Time did you actually spend with you and your daughter one-on-one?
Now that's Roxy, and that's the first time she really even said anything. He don't want to hear from her, but it very much is the truth. Like he was not there for her at all. He already said it in the first interview. But we gonna hear him because he about to pop off a little bit.
What was that time like?
Roxy, get off the phone, man. I'm not even talking to you. You know?
But that was a logical question. That was logical. He ain't never spent time with the girl.
Because you irritate me. I don't even know you. Okay. You asking me questions.
Sherry.
Okay.
Please get the thumbs up, y'all. Thank you, Alma.
I'm just tired of trying to pull my teeth, and I already told y'all. The lady was even squatting in some homes. I went over there and helped fix up. Talk to her other family members, the ones that we know that was there, the ones that did the interview.
Trying to get clarity. I'm not trying to, if it seems like I'm trying to put you
on. The ones that did the interview, the other people that know, there's other people that know me, that I've been over there.
He do not want to hear from Roxy at all. But he said she was squatting. Like, what's going on? What? Squatting?
I help them move. I always help that family out.
I always help that family out. How did they meet? How did he get so connected with the family? I'm talking about, I remember Kiwana saying that she met him. They met him the same time. The only difference, Kiwana kept walking and Lady stopped to talk to him. They worked on houses together. So that just make me feel like he must, do you know Annette from somewhere separate? Like, I'm confused.
So always.
You married, well, we know now he wasn't married. At least, I don't know. He wasn't married at the time. And he over there doing housework and all this stuff. Any man that's around Annette, she's putting you to work. Dre, I'm about to call him Virus. For real. But yeah, they all did work for her.
I guess back to one of the questions that I asked you.
Pay attention. He said always help the family out. Always over there. Always doing this, that, and the third. And when they ask him how long has it been, you gonna see what he been doing. Nothing.
Original call, so when you was over there, how much did you know?
Exactly. She didn't know
what was going on over there as far as, I guess I want to say the abuse or.
It was right. It was never nothing like that. She was a God-fearing woman. She didn't have all the adoption of all the kids. She didn't have that. It was just my daughter.
You seen the chain on the refrigerator or nothing? Like you ain't never been in the house?
It was nothing like that. No change on the refrigerator, none of that. It was all this stuff is just new to me when I got out the hospital this time. None of that revealed. None of that.
Now, you know what I'm picturing? There was a picture of Annette with the kids when they were very young. It was a picture of like ZIYAH, her brother, you know, the other little kid, and she was sitting in the kitchen with them. That's probably the last time he seen her. And she just so happened to be sitting in front of a refrigerator that didn't have a chain on it. So that's the time frame that ZIYAH probably was 6 the last time he seen her. I mean 7 maybe. You know what I'm saying? She was very young the last time he seen her. She was 13 when she went missing. So we'll hear what he say.
Before ZIYAH came up missing, when was the last time that you saw her?
When I got my operation back, I had my operation years ago.
Years ago.
All right. I couldn't walk after the operation. I had to go to rehab.
Mm-hmm.
There was no communication. When I got out of rehab, it was no phone, no nothing. When I got out of rehab,
I do want to paint. I probably should have let him finish, but I do want to point out, it don't matter. Like when you are, let's say for instance, you're a mother, you got to go into the hospital to have more children. You might have had a surgery, you might have had a car accident, and you can't even freaking move. That don't excuse you from being a parent. Period. Period. Point blank. Okay. So I'm gonna say he was a sugar daddy that got caught up. Now I'm wondering if it was a sugar daddy or was he at the traffic end too? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to figure out now. Cause and the reason why I'm saying that is because the latest thing that happened with Lady, that they're accusing her, you know, the boy, the guy she was dealing with, that said he was he told his daughter he was gonna trick on a lady. Talking about her. And so that's when I discovered, dang, she still work. She still do work. She still be at them places, I guess. But I didn't even think about that. Oh, I take it back. He sounded a bit slow. Yeah. God rest his soul. I just feel like you know, he, like he said, he was sick, he was messed up, all this stuff, he lost contact, he was married, none of this stuff should have, well, now I don't even think the man was married. He was just play married, according to what he just said. It's all a ball of damn confusion. I mean, they hadn't gotten married yet, but they were married later. See, what, right before he died? Because if they wasn't married at this time, he died shortly after. So when did they get married? I don't know if they were actually married or not, to be honest, just because I don't know. It's confusing. Period. You're a parent until the day you die. I mean, and you still gonna be their parent. You just gonna be passed away. Like no operation, no ailment, no nothing stops you from being mommy and daddy. Do y'all agree? I mean, it don't. Not if you actively in your child's life. I mean, but his wife wasn't in on it. That's the thing. When you're married or with somebody else and you deathly ill, of course everything is gonna stop. He said he didn't even have a phone at that time. But then Shannon at one point, and she could have been lying, but she got on there and said, you know, basically he got a lot of nerve. Like after he talked the first time, she's like, he got a lot of nerve to be saying anything because ZIYAH called him and he told her he didn't have a daughter named ZIYAH. That's what she said. She called and said, hey, Dad, is your daughter or whatever? And he's like, I don't have a daughter named ZIYAH. Like, I don't know. That's horrible. It's his wife now, but in the beginning, guess they were dating when he created her. Okay, so I just wonder at what point did they get married? How many years were they married? But man, I mean, so he wasn't married to her when he made her, but she married him after. Everybody's individual choice, but he was saying that they weren't married then. Okay. I just wonder. Imagine cheating and making a baby and not even letting a woman know before she's married. She's married. Well, it sounds like, oh, wait a minute. Do you think he married her before she found out? Because he wasn't married at the time. I don't know when they got married. I'm not even sure if they are married at this point. I really don't know. Wow, all everyone does is lie. Okay, like, let's keep going. You don't disappear from your kids because you got sick. You didn't have a phone. None of that. Not when you close to them at all. Shout out to Judas. Thank you so much. He said, yeah. Thank you so much for the donation. We greatly appreciate that. Oh, no, we ain't about to do none of that.
Right, but if you're not worried, then why did you call it?
Okay.
Why did
Nobody forgives me. I just want to tell a story. I could go on with my life because I know what's going on. I don't have to sit on no damn
opinions of the public, and we cannot control them. And I do believe that everybody has a right to feel how they feel. This is a very emotional driven situation, an emotional case. And like I said before, I do believe in forgiveness. I'm a God-fearing person, and if God can forgive, then we should be able to forgive. And I understand that you had this, I'm sure, conversation with God. But this is just now getting out.
Right, but you keep on saying forgive. I don't care if anybody forgives me. I just want to tell a story. I could go on with my life.
So okay, that's what he just want to tell a story. Like, he didn't say that he just want to get right with God, or he want to be, he want this settled in his heart before he go or anything. He said that he just want to tell a story. So hey, all right. Oh, I don't know. Top Flight. I don't think so though. You said, and remember when they declare her being unalived, it goes back to the biological parent. It goes back. What you mean by it? I'm not sure. But he didn't tell his wife in the giddy up. He failed her. Hey, Sherry. Oh, I said hi to you. I think he failed her tremendously. If he was in her life, maybe it would have been a different outcome. Yeah, it definitely would have been a different outcome, because guys like Jarvis, they target women who have no men around. And if there are men around, they definitely don't like Dre and Jarvis. Jarvis didn't like Dre. He didn't like him being around. So men like him, they just like to move freely and do what they want. He could do whatever he wanted with those chicks. Being a dad and just not a donor is two different things. Exactly. But I was thinking, I think initially he was given like a week to live. So I just thought, he want to do the right thing. He knew he shouldn't have been out there searching, and he was, and that's actually helped get him up out of here sooner, allegedly.
Because I know what's going on. I don't have to sit on no damn panel.
Right, and
I ain't got to keep on doing all that. I ain't got to go back and forth.
Right, but I think
I ain't worried about nobody at all.
Defensive.
Anybody knows me, they know I ain't worried.
Then I have to ask you, sir.
I just want to find my baby.
Right, but if you're not worried, then why did you call it?
Okay.
Why did these people don't know. Because people don't know. She running her bubblegum
sir?
mouth. She don't know.
Do you care?
And see, this is what I'm talking about.
I'm asking you.
Bringing up questions like this is Ricky Lake or something.
He is very defensive because he know he didn't do the right thing, man. He know. Because they actually being very nice and reasonable with him. He's the one that's being angry.
No, but I'm asking you exactly what it is. But I'm asking you, do you care, sir? What other people think? Do you really care? That's all.
It was the callers that pissed him off. That one caller lit him up. He was very upset. He wanted to come in and set the record straight after she said what she said. She hoping that was some evil stuff she said. I ain't gonna repeat that.
That's all I'm trying to tell you. Why does it matter?
I said about your forgiveness. I said about your forgiveness.
But it's not for me.
You keep on telling me you can forgive. You're not God. I don't care if you can forgive or not.
Okay, but what I'm telling you,
I don't care.
This is what I think.
You wasting time telling me about what you can forgive. I don't care about you forgiving.
Okay, no. I just want to say.
I just want to find my daughter.
And I understand, but I think you're misinterpreting what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is not just to you, but for.
Look, he hung up.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. Right. There you have it. Someone said that we're misinterpreting his words.
No, they not.
Someone in the comments said that we're misinterpreting his words. I don't know what was. Ryan Renee said, "Why are y'all twisting his words?" I'm not sure what was twisted because y'all heard the same thing we heard.
Was they twisting his words or was he just mad because the female lit him up? And then it was, I think it was other calls too. He was hot. And I don't know how many months after that he passed. But I did see it on Facebook. Tamara Liberty Smith had went to visit him at the hospital at some point, and she posted it on her Facebook page. I forgot what month it was. I could probably figure it out because I got it somewhere. Yeah, she said, I know it's not our job to judge him, but it's hard not to judge him when he has let her down. Poor Naziyah. She just wanted to be loved. She needed her parents. That's why she was looking for love everywhere else. She was being starved out at home. Starved of love and attention and just being able to be a regular kid. She was making her own clothes and stuff, saying that she was tired of wearing the same clothes. Sherry said, call me Judge Judy. Judge Judy is a hot mess, but she used to have me cracking up when I did watch her.
But I think But what I was trying to say is because I saw a lot of judgmental comments. Yes, we know from what he told us in the first interview that he did miss. He signed his rights over. He did say that. He agreed for Naziyah to go with her grandmother. He openly said that.
He did. He sure did.
So my thing is, you don't have to explain to us for forgiveness. That's between you and God. And I believe God forgave you for that. I 100% believe that. And you can start a new life and start now by advocating for your daughter.
I like that. I like that. We definitely the dang on jury up here. She said, love this life. She said, I'm not the judge, but I am the jury. Okay. That's a good one. I like that.
Start acknowledging your daughter for the decisions that you made. That's what I was trying to tell not only him, but the comments. Look, you guys.
Yes. Rest in peace.
God forgive us. We all, just because our sin look different don't mean it ain't considered sin.
Katrina.
You
might have been misinterpreting your words.
That's what I was trying to tell him. Like, and I'm not trying to.
If anybody likes
you feel me? That's what I'm like. It's not even for us to judge. It took a lot of courage for him to get on this podcast to say, "Look, I failed my daughter."
Exactly. And I criticized him right while he was on the phone the first time, and then I also told him, right, you were her dad, right, at the same time that you did what you did in regards
but that kind of behavior, the talking over, the defensiveness, it still tells me you're still living. You're still living in that because you know you were wrong. And until you acknowledge that you were wrong, because you're hiding behind that. You're still angry at yourself. You don't have to take it out on me or nobody else in these comments. You're mad with yourself because of the decision that you made.
And now I'm getting criticized.
And that's why I said, if you really didn't care about what people had to say, then why did you call in?
Exactly.
Why did she ruffle your feathers that made you call Mark's personal line? Because you're still angry with yourself. It doesn't matter what the public say. You're mad at yourself, and I can understand why.
I bet he is. He yeah. So yeah, I questioned the 5'2" and 130 pounds too. I don't believe she was that big. She was really small.
And you hung up. Further proves to me you ain't over what you did. You got to live with that.
Yep. See, one thing that I don't like that a lot of people do. I mean, I've done it. I still do it. I'm sure at some points in life, but you have to blame yourself. You have to, in order to heal from something, you have to look at yourself and how you contributed to it. What did you do wrong? Because all I heard him saying is the grandmother was moving back and forth. He couldn't find her. He was this and that. It was circumstances. Everything was an excuse. You know, that's what it is. It's an excuse. You can come up with 99,000 of them. You can blame everybody, but what part of it did you contribute? And that was number one, cheating on his wife. He cheated on his wife for another with somebody else and made a baby. Then he turned around in this what we just listened to and said that wasn't his wife. Then what? What? He said something about they wasn't married then, but he introduced her. He said he the one that told us that this was his wife and that that's what, because somebody said you cheated on your wife. And he was like, yeah, that's what that would be. Wait a minute, So you're the one that introduced the woman as your wife, and then when somebody talk about her being your wife in a situation, now she ain't your wife. Yeah, make that make sense. Like, it don't. It really don't. Now, Top Flight said they was working at the church together. That was they? I mean, I don't doubt it. Where were they working at together? I hope. Well, shoot. There ain't no telling where they was at making this baby either. Probably at the church too, with no windows up in there. None. Did you hear that for real, Top Flight? I guess we could find out, right? Let me hit play. We're going to go to the next one, next video. Though. But you're blaming the grandmother for this, that, and the third. Blame yourself for messing with a woman that you wasn't even in a relationship with while you're married. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Allegedly married. So, all right, let's go to where do we want to go? Let's see what this one is. This is the jail call with him and King.
And for the record, I am playing equals. So there's one.
Gotcha. This is a one-time free 3-minute call from an inmate at Wayne County Jail. Your phone does not accept collect calls. This call has been provided by Telmate as a courtesy for friends and family. You cannot receive additional calls from this inmate until you set up a prepaid account. We can take your credit or debit card information over the phone and connect you immediately back to the call. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. Press 1 to accept all communications from this. Thank you for using Telmate.
My guy, what's up, man?
Not shit, man. What's happening?
Not shit, man. How you feeling? My bad, I missed your call. I was working like a motherfucker.
I figured they said you was up there banging. Said the shop was banging.
Yeah, you know it.
What's up, my nigga?
Triggers.
Who is that, son? What's up, boy?
You know it.
Triggers.
Hey, shit. Man, I'm calling, man. These bitches ain't put my money on my motherfucking books, bro.
Oh, yeah, take a minute for them to put that shit on there. Even if you walked in with it, man, they be playing it crazy.
Yeah,
I swear to God. They do got a machine and shit. You show you straight, you need something. I'll give you a couple dollars for you left, did
Yeah, I had some money on my books, nigga. I came in with money.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't put that shit on my hookup. I was looking on the little tablet thing. They talking about $0. That's some bullshit.
That shit crazy.
Yeah.
How is it, though?
Man, that's some bullshit. I'm in quarantine on this whole shit, bro.
Oh, yeah, they got you on that quarantine flow for how long? 3 days?
I don't know how long, nigga. Shit, I'm about to be the only one in this bitch in my part.
You say, what happened?
Don't he sound excited?
I said, shit, I'm about to be the only one. Ain't nothing but me and young enough in this motherfucker. Up in this bitch.
Sound like you at home.
Yeah, so.
What you need?
Huh?
No, I was acting funny with that customer needs. Man, listen. You straight?
Yeah, I'm good, my nigga.
Triggers.
Huh?
I said, yeah, I'm good, dog. Oh, shit, yeah. You got Tashi number, right?
Yeah.
So, Dig, I'm gonna need you to call her one day, nigga, and get that truck up there, nigga. Get my phone up that back seat, bro.
Oh, man. All right.
Exactly.
Well, how I'm supposed to get the truck up here? What I'm supposed to tell her?
Tell her you fuck around and lost a card up there, too, when we was moving the radiator.
Okay.
Just want to see. Now, listen,
It's where?
You have 1 minute remaining for
King
this
is
call.
down.
reach behind that back seat.
It's where? Yeah.
As soon as you reach behind that back seat, bro, there's a box right there. Just reach straight behind the middle of that back seat, bro.
Do they sound like more than co-workers? Because they sound like best friends to me. You know what I'm saying? Or lovers. I don't know whichever one, but allegedly. But yeah, they sound like they real tight. They are more than just co-workers. What y'all think?
Okay, under it or in the back or in the back
it's
thing?
in the back, like right in the back of the seat, bro.
Oh,
Do y'all think King missed that phone on purpose? How did he miss it?
Get rolled.
I got you. And I need the key. You know you took the key. You took the key to the gate.
It's the same key.
I don't got that key, do I?
Yeah, you do. It's the same key to the lock at the door.
Oh, okay. I know that. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same key. But I said,
Man, you know I got you. I'm put some money on the phone later, man. When I get around, baby, I haven't put the credit card. You hear me?
It's all
Hey, you hear me, man? I'm gonna send you some money right away as soon as I get around, baby. Hey, listen, they real tight. Oh, but speaking of key, what I'm thinking with the key, I remember hearing in order to get in the shop, they go in through the store. That is the way that they get into the shop. That's what I heard, right? So we know that he was taking them there. And I had asked this question. I was wondering if he was taking them there after hours when King wasn't there. And per the transcripts, that's what he was doing because he opened the door with the key. But now what I'm trying to figure out is there another way into that shop besides going in through the store? Because from my understanding, that is how they get to the shop, y'all. If you think about it, the outside of that shop is just garage doors. I was told they enter the shop through the store. So that would mean the store would know what the heck is going on. How can he walk through violating? Can y'all hear me good? Because I see my signal is down. I don't know why. But how can he walk through a store with these children? And then they come out after the back and all that crap. How do you not hear something? This is what I'm trying to figure out. Is it true And I also heard that they share the same bathroom. So who owns the store? Like, is Frank the owner of the store too? She definitely ate him up. But yeah, is Frank the owner of the store too? I think King left it on purpose. I don't know why, but listening to this, he seemed framed on an unaliving because he didn't sound worried. He just seemed to been in there for the case he already had. And that is what he was in there for at first. Right up until this phone call. So you're right. It turned up right after this. Right after this, he had the interrogation. They talked to King. They talked to King on the 13th. The press conference was on the 14th, and I think it was the 15th that they did Jarvis's interrogation. And that's what we going to next. So yep, he was just locked up for the gun charge at that time. All of the stuff hadn't hit him yet. But oh baby, it was coming.
If you need them on, I call my wife and have her bring it up there to you. I don't need it though. If you said the same one, I got it. So I don't need it right now anyway. Just when I get the scrap out of there.
And here's another Inga hollering wife and ain't married nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude had 2 fiancés. The one he was living with and Tashiana. My wife ain't married nobody.
Okay.
Unless he did. Did she come down there? I don't know. Can you get married in jail? They do that, don't they? This dude ain't got married that quick though. But you know another thing he don't sound like he give a damn that ZIYAH is missing. That's another thing that he don't sound like. Okay, he don't care. Period. For the people that think, oh, he loved ZIYAH, no, it actually make me ill every time somebody say it. He didn't. He didn't care about nobody. She was the age. She was his lucky number, 13. That's it.
And Mr. Wright, were you successful in getting that cell phone from the vehicle like Mr. Buck asked you to?
She came up here, but I
Wasn't there?
Oh, okay. We done.
You say she.
We done with that one. Okay. And so now we're going to go to the interrogation. Wait, is this the right one?
So I don't need it right now anyway. Just when I get the scrap out of there. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, when reviewing the report, refresh your memory.
It was.
Do you have your copy or?
Yeah, I have a copy.
Okay.
It's 313-585-8719.
Now I want to jump to 1 hour and 46 seconds. And 1 hour, 46 minutes and 56 seconds.
Hold on, y'all. They gonna get
Play
it.
at
I don't think we gonna listen at this one. It's just the one that can be stopped.
1 hour, 46 minutes and 38 seconds.
different women you dealing with, right?
It's not a lie.
Okay.
They know about each other.
You just living your life, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
They know
My
about
women know
it. You
about
got
each
them
other.
together. They know what's
I
going
don't have
on.
them together, but they know about each other.
Okay.
Okay. So, the reason I'm asking you that, I wouldn't ask you no questions I wouldn't have an answer to, so I'm just trying to understand something.
So this particular interrogation, it is on a Thursday, February 15th at 2:50, and I thought I remembered it being that. So literally they found out where the phone was at because they still needed their phone, and they was listening at his jail calls and why he, you know, and then they came and talked to him. So yeah, and everything they asking them they already know.
So, this right here is a brief synopsis of ZIYAH's interactions with you and your phone number that you had since 2019. And so right here on the day that I'm concerned with, you see right here.
Don't forget, be there before. Yeah, that was when she sent it. I was supposed to pick them up that day, but I never responded.
You did.
What I did.
So then the next one, she responded.
And if you send a message,
So I can delete your number.
no, I don't. Like I said, they sent me.
Hold on. Before you explain it, just look at the time.
Before you get the line.
And we in school. She in school. And then right here, she tells you to respond, okay. That's you. That's received.
I did receive.
So, and you said, okay.
I felt that way too. I can't with you today.
Those, like I said, those are the numbers they were sending me.
And pausing at 1 hour, 48 minutes and 7 seconds. I want to go backwards.
Yep, that's what I thought too. How did he miss it? And I thought that he left it on purpose. He don't sound worried because he know he was disposed of and may never find her. Man. Welcome in, OG. What's good in the hood?
1 hour, 13
Salute,
minutes
fam.
and 49 seconds.
So, okay, so yeah, that's what we saw. Okay, all right. So your original date was in what was your original date?
November the 20th, the day before my birthday of last year.
November 20th.
That's when it happened.
Oh no, when that case happened.
No, when did you supposed to get sentenced? Because we got 2 days. We got a jail.
Yeah, so remember I said that everything happens around this dude's birthday. He liked to do crazy stuff. That's when JoJo was involved with him. It's some cases that he caught prior to this on his birthday. And it's always something. And so what he's explaining in this part is that they literally gave him so many chances, and I'm trying to figure out why. This dude was supposed to get arrested originally his birthday, right? Or it happened his birthday, and then he had the date of January 9th. They postponed it to January 25th, and then February 7th they finally locked him up. But if they would have locked him up the first time, he would not have been able to do this to ZIYAH at all. He got way too many chances.
So what happened was I was supposed to get sentenced last year, the day before my birthday.
Okay. So that's the one I left off, the day before his birthday, which is November 20th. He should have been sentenced back in 2023. And then listen at all of these other chances they gave this man. So I blame the person that kept letting him get out. He should have been locked up.
We went to court, whatever the case may be. They adjourned it to January the 9th.
January the 9th was an adjournment, and they still January 25th.
That's the day we got.
Right. So I had a legal issue pending.
What was that?
And I asked to get it extended so I could take care of my legal issue in Clinton Township. That was January the 25th. So after that, then they scheduled it for February the 7th.
To go.
Yes.
And finally locked him up.
And I'm pausing at 1 hour, 44 minutes.
Now, one thing I want to point out too, because I was thinking about this last night. I'm like, wait a minute. So ZIYAH was missing and they were still like giving this dude continuances. And then I remembered they didn't even know ZIYAH was missing. They hadn't even it even hadn't got to them yet. Because the school had it for 30 days, okay? And we at February 7th. So, yeah. That is crazy. A whole month. They still didn't know at this time. They just now getting the case now. These guys. They had just got the case on the 12th or something, right? They just got it. So that jail call with King, he wasn't worried. They hadn't even talked to him yet.
In 44 seconds.
Sick.
One hour, 15 minutes, and 52
Welcome
seconds.
in, Ryder.
All right, so
How you doing?
So what's your relationship with on the day to day? Like, are y'all have any interactions? Just y'all like y'all got a niece uncle relationship?
Yeah, we kind of like niece uncle, and I also get her my daughter from time to time.
Your daughter who?
Janiyah.
How you spell it?
J-A.
It just really annoyed me the way. Yeah, and I also get my daughter, and we know what the heck they was doing. Ugh.
And I
sick.
Y-A-H.
Janiyah what?
He was doing, I should say.
How old is she?
16.
Black female, 16. Okay.
No, she's 10.
Oh, I thought you said you so soft spoken, brother. Okay. 10. Okay. Go ahead.
So I get them from time to time. I do cleanups.
Okay.
A lot of times, sometimes I used to use them. And then when I worked at my old job, Frank's, I used to have them come and clean up my office and my bathroom and stuff. Like,
yeah, Warren and Neff.
Like twice a month, give or take.
Okay.
Sick
And where's
bastard.
Frank's at?
That's on East 1 and F.
Did you pay him?
Of course he paid
Pausing
him.
at 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 3 seconds.
He paid him and lured him with snacks. That's what he did. Okay. And he literally was paying them. Like, y'all want to come and make some money? Yeah, they gotta earn it. Bastard. Hip hop and history. That's what's up. Welcome in, member. I see you. Drop them good emojis. If you a member, hit that hit the little emoji sign and drop them good members emojis. What are we doing here? He is not the reason that girl is missing. That's what I believe they needed to set up a person. Man, according to that evidence, it looked crazy. I had no idea all of this stuff was going on with the evidence.
And starting at 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 1 second.
What's your password to your phone?
That's a facial.
It's a facial recognition?
Yeah, it's a facial.
So if you wasn't able to use your face, you still have a pen. What's that number?
04
04
1925.
1925. Okay. So, all right. So, 'cause I need to know the last time you talked with her. Okay, brother. All right. So, would you be willing to give me consent to do that real quick? Thank you. What type of phone you got? iPhone. What? Okay.
Yeah, I can't mess with iPhones. You looked at me like, what kind of?
Your
JRVIS.
I'm sorry, man.
We have a Javaris we work with.
Yeah, I work with a Javaris.
So we keep trying to spell his name.
All right.
I don't know. Was that a little game they did? Because Javaris is literally one of his aliases. Was they trying to see if he was going to be honest about the alias or something? I don't know.
So, all right. So, an iPhone, what color is it?
Glass.
Okay, it's glass. You said it's 11? Yeah. And then your phone number 313.
But so, OG, you feeling like they set him up? I mean, I think he's highly involved. I just think that there's others that need to go along with him. But at the same time, the evidence is shady. Like, we've been talking, we got a whole evidence playlist. The evidence is definitely shady. Finding out the guy was Vari's friend, you know, and finding out that they left it out in the element and people were around, you know, yeah. So it is a little shaky. But he ain't nothing innocent about this guy. And I just believe that he would tell, because he telling on himself now. But just realizing this is their first time talking to him, he has no clue that they on to him completely. And he's telling on himself in here. Totally. His searches and stuff. You know, the searches say a lot. And the fact that he was kind of ignoring her towards the end. Trying to starve her out so she'd be excited when he come and get her. And I just often wonder, what did he tell her? Probably had her thinking that they was gonna move and run away together, you know. Had her sitting at that shop all day just to take her out after her sitting there and everybody seeing her. It don't make sense. It definitely don't make sense. You even call your sister up there to get it, let her come up there, and you know this is your plan. That it don't make sense. But nothing he does make sense though.
585-8719. Password is 041925. And
when the last time you used that phone?
Right before I got locked up.
Okay.
Matter of fact, the morning before I turned myself in.
Okay. Did you cut the phone off or is it still on?
No, I turned it off. It's still on as far
okay.
as
company wise, right? Okay. Where did you leave the phone?
It was with,
right, Sherry.
It was actually with one of my girlfriends, man, because she took me. She brought
Hold
me
on,
to
wait. Hold on, back up. Let me handle it. You'll understand. I can understand.
Thank you, TBZ.
Hold on, I heard you
Back it
say
up,
baby
y'all.
mama, 13 kids, fiance.
Yes.
You lived with who do you live with?
Angel Leonard.
That's the fiance.
Angel
And
Leonard.
we got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, player.
Look at this idiot. Idiot. Like, the worst thing to do is think these people are your friend.
One of the 5 heartbeats?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I actually used it before I went to sentencing.
Okay. So she has your phone? She had your phone?
From my understanding, the police have my phone.
He lying.
Now, who did they get it from?
Her.
We asked him because we don't know this info.
Now, 2 days ago, they just heard him tell King to get the phone out the back. You a liar.
From my understanding, they conducted a raid on her house.
Okay.
Notice that he put his hand, this is, he lying when he put his hand on his chest and put it out like that. That was a big lie.
Raid her house.
I don't know. That's the same thing.
But she had the phone.
But the phone was in her possession.
Okay.
So.
And that's where you left it when you got locked up.
In my jacket in the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
What type of car?
Suburban.
What color?
Tan.
Okay, I'm gonna go check.
Is that your car or her car?
Hers.
Stupid.
Oh, okay.
Of course it's hers.
1 hour.
Everything is hers. He has nothing but them shoes
24 minutes
and that raggedy ass mouth. Please smack the thumbs up, y'all. Oh, I could be playing that. Yeah, let me play the video right quick. Let me pause this. So for the people that don't know what I was talking about when I said the guy that recorded the video, we found out this Vari friend, the evidence was verified after Vari's friend sent him this picture of these shoes. Then Vari called the detective, or the detective called him, or however, and verified, yeah, these are my sister's shoes.
Ain't nobody this motherfucking taking off they brand new suit and leaving it right here like this. And it look like it's blood right there. Look at it. I know what blood look like. Definitely giving blood, bro. And definitely a brand new ass shoe, man. This thing got no crease and clean as hell. Blood on the back. Who the fuck leaving a brand new shoe right here? Come on, man. Definitely blood, bro. If you don't think that's blood, you crazy, bro. I know what blood look like. Feel me? Ain't nobody this motherfucking taking off they brand new suit and leave.
All right. So he just really sounded like he wanted to convince us that that was the shoe, right? And yeah, finding out that was Vari friend was disturbing to me, actually, because I'm like, hold the hell on now. That seemed a little anyway. I hit the guy up, right? And I hit him up on June 15th at 11:41 to be exact. Okay. He hit me back. Shoot, probably like the next day. So what I did, I sent him a mess. I sent him my video, the first video about the evidence, who's in the woods, and the video is titled Part 1 Evidence, Who's in the Woods with a question mark, the shoe, jumper, hoodie, Annette's foot wash, and we went to the Harmony House Motel in Ypsilanti that day. So I said, can I talk to you about that shoe? I said, fam, can I talk to you about that shoe you found? And he said, sure. What? You want to do an interview or something? And I was like, yes, sir. Because I'm thinking, okay, he down. He offered it, right? I left him my phone number. Then this him. Okay, you ain't got to go through my manager, but it's a fee. You can just send me something, though, and we can make it work. That was Monday at 12:35. I responded Monday at 1:41. I was like, something like what? With a question mark in my eyes. So he was like, I can give you a good 10-minute interview for $50 where you can ask me as many questions as you want. That's going to take your viewers way up. I guess he don't know. I don't give a damn about that. Like, I done built my channel from the ground up. I don't need nobody to bring me viewers. My content bring the viewers. So I wasn't even thinking about no viewers. I was thinking more about ZIYAH. So then he says, or we can do an interview and a repost on my page where I can cut up part of the interview and post it on my page also with a tagged post for $100. I don't know what type of damn fool he think I am, but I edit and do everything y'all see on this channel. So the last thing I need is for somebody to take my content and chop it up to bring him some damn views. Like, what are we talking about here? That's ridiculous. I can't believe that he even said that to me. And I'm like, wait a minute though. So now, I mean, when I first listened to the video, I thought it was odd because he didn't care. If I found somebody's shoe, that would tell me that she's in harm's way. And that looked like a scribble mark on there too, by the way. But yeah, and another thing, they didn't even do DNA tests on those shoes. According to Shannon Jones, she said the hoodie, they did a DNA on the hoodie, and that was good enough because they knew the shoe would match the hoodie or some bull crap. She said sitting right there on the stand. Okay. This man want $100 and he want to use my content to bring me views. Like, get the hell out of here. Then he said, that's gonna most likely take you viral, but either way, it would be a great investment for you. You know what? I didn't even know he said that because I stopped reading at that point. I'm just now reading that part, okay? And then he goes on to send he said, Cash App ready? With a question mark. That night, because, okay, when I asked him something like what, it was Monday at 1:41 p.m. And then he sent the Cash App, and it was Monday at 11:40 p.m. when I responded. I said, question. Were you the first to find ZIYAH Harris's clothes before the police? And was Vari with you? Are you saying, I mean, people are saying you staged the shoes and the pink jumper. Did you? He sent me his Cash App handle at that point. Because the first time he sent words that said Cash App ready. Then when I asked the question, he sent the Cash App. Okay. And then he said, great questions. I would love to answer for you, though. And I ain't even respond back because I'll just figure the shit out like I figured out everything else that I'm doing over here. Like, get the hell out of here. That's crazy. He need to find a real job and learn what work and viral is. Those are the ones looking for the next hit. Exactly. Get out of here. I'm true to this, not new to this. Like, come on. Matter of fact, my anniversary is July 15th coming up here. 5 years. And it's been a whole struggle, but I don't need this. I ain't never did none of that mess. I don't even usually hit people up. They hit me up. So I think that's absolutely ridiculous. What do not come off of white shoes? All good. Hold on now. You cannot take off blood off of white shoes. That don't even look like blood. It look like an orange crayon scribble. I don't know, but I don't know, man. So I'm with you, OG, when you say the evidence, you know, you feeling away. Do not come off. Yep. That's sad. It's really sad. ZIYAH didn't have a chance with nobody around her, is what I'm looking at.
At 1 hour, 32 minutes and 16 seconds.
To the snacks, whatever the case may be. And I know she was getting older, so she was into
Shout out the chip.
welcome
in.
She had little fingernails and shit on. And I know grandma wasn't.
So why just not give it to her then?
Earn it.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So the value, so it's a mentor thing then.
So earn it.
So you
earn it.
You mentor. Would you talk to her then about anything? Or?
Depending on, certain little things, I would ask them how school would be. Nothing serious, like I say, I wouldn't pry too much in the family business. That would be my thing. But like I said, everything that you had to do, you had to earn it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
He couldn't even come up with something that he was talking to them about. He trying to sound like he was some type of mentor, but he don't want to get all too much in the family business. But ain't you part of the family? Like Annette asked him, ain't you part of the family? You gotta quit this. Like, get out of here. Oh my God. Somebody please drill him one.
I mean, so if you wanted something, earn it.
Mhm.
You know, you appreciate it more.
Hmm.
So that was my whole thing on that. So me, I used to.
He sound just like a PIMP talking like that. Okay, he done went back. Look at how he doing his hands. I just happened to pause it at that. Where are you going with this, sir? You looking like you forcing something on somebody to me.
Just give it to them. They would take advantage. And every
They would take that part just really got me. That they would take advantage. Now he went from $5 he gave him to 25. Which one was it? Snacks, maybe.
time I pull up,
That he probably stole out the store.
it's a lot of kids over there, so I can't keep giving.
Yeah, not
everybody $5.
It's a lot of kids as if they ain't his. He can't keep giving everybody $5.
$5, and that looks real bad if I just give you money every time you have asked for it and or she asked for it and I can't give it to everybody else. So therefore, you guys want something, I got a job for y'all. If I have something for you to do, I'll call and let you know. Every time they come in with $25 a piece, depending
on what, sir? If you make it all the way in or not? Like, seriously. So he went from $5 he would give him to now 25. So he was paying them to come to the shop. They was disguising it as working, cleaning up the office and the bathroom. So yeah, he was recruiting them. That's what he was doing. Getting them, man. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Bastard.
So, all right. So, I'm gonna ask you about this area real quick.
Look, it's like, okay, we got everything we need. Thank you, sir. Shout out to Kenyatta for joining membership.
Let's see
what I'm talking about.
Confirm that photo. Make sure we talking about the same person.
Now this is the good part.
That's ZIYAH.
And that's the last picture. That the picture that she took in school, that is the picture that they're using for her last photo. Wait, hold on. The heck did I just do? Kenyatta. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Thank you for joining membership, Kenyatta. Shout out to you. Let's go. Shout out. A bit.
What's her government name?
ZIYAH.
ZIYAH.
You know about when that picture might have been taken or where?
I don't.
Does she look like that last time you saw her?
Not at all.
What she look like the last time you saw her?
She had.
Yep. So we talked about this. She had them two buns. But we got to remember that this dude literally said that he had not seen her since the end of December, the beginning of January. I got white shoes. I'm going to put some blood on my white shoes right now. How about that? I don't even know what it was. Like, he did call the cops. He said it took a long time to come to where they were. Oh, let it keep playing. Idiot. He thought about it. Wait a minute. That is how her hair was. Matter of fact, that was the day that I seen her, allegedly. I swear, though, out of all her pictures, why is that picture grainy? Why is the last picture grainy and the last footage grainy?
braids. She had long braids.
Any color in her braids?
Not that I know of. Matter of fact, she was getting her hair did the last time I saw her.
Okay.
She was getting her hair did the last time. Wait a minute now. They did say she got her hair done the day before. You just told on yourself.
So it wasn't even done, so I don't even know what it was. But
You talking about back and forth between the house? Getting her hair did?
Last time I was there in the basement.
So she wasn't back and forth.
That day, no. The last time I seen her, she was getting her hair did. Yes, she was. She was back and forth because the dude, little sweetie, he stayed next door.
Wait a minute. I didn't know he said that. Did he say a little sweetie? Wait a minute. Hold on. And it's annoying that out of all the parts is messing up on this part. This is crucial. They need to get their audio together. Took it back too far.
And forth with him next door, but they were in the basement at the grandmother's house getting her hair did.
Pausing at 1 hour, 35 minutes and 6 seconds.
And I remember finding, so he's talking about Devin. Okay, we didn't know that at the time when we was listening at this, but Devin went on Mark's show, and we know that he was her hairdresser. The guy next door.
Playing at 1 hour, 44 minutes, 34 seconds.
Right around there.
Okay, but not on the ninth though.
Not that I don't, like I said, not that I can recall.
Okay.
But you can ding my phone. I'm over there quite often.
Quite often.
Okay. So yeah, you can do some amazing things with these phones.
Oh, I think I went too far. I want to see if he called him a sweetie.
Anything with
Hold on, God.
Yeah, you can do some amazing things with these.
I thought I
Playing at 1 hour, 44 minutes, 34 seconds.
Right around there.
Okay, but not on the ninth though.
Not that I don't, like I said, not that I can recall.
Okay.
But you can ding my phone. I'm over there quite often.
Okay. So you mentor, would you talk to them about anything? Or?
Depending on, certain little things. Kids over there, so I can't keep giving
not
everybody $5, and that looks real bad if I just give you money every time you have asked for it, or she asks for it, and I can't give it to everybody else. So therefore, you guys want something, I got a job for y'all. If I have something for you to do, I'll call and let you know. Mm-hmm. Every time they come in, $25 a piece, depending on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, all right. So, I'm gonna ask you about this area real quick.
Let me see that. Confirm that photo. Make sure we're talking about the same person.
That was all game.
That's Zaza. What's her government name?
ZIYAH.
ZIYAH.
You know about when that picture might have been taken or where?
I don't.
Does she look like that last time you saw her?
Not at all.
What she look like the last time you saw her?
She had longer braids. She had long braids.
Any color in her braids?
Not that I know of. Matter of fact, she was getting her hair did the last time I saw her.
Okay.
So it wasn't even done, so I don't even know what it was. But
You talking about back and forth between the house? Getting her hair did?
Last time I was there in the basement.
So she wasn't back and forth?
That day, no. The last time I seen her, she was getting her hair did. Yes, she was. She was back and forth because the dude, little sweetie,
he did.
He stayed next door.
He did call him a little. Did he call him a sweetie though? All righty. They say he might be a little sweetie too. Interesting.
So she was going back and forth with him next door, but they were in the basement at the grandmother's house getting her hair did.
Pausing at 1 hour, 35 minutes and 6 seconds.
Did he forget that he just said that he ain't seen her since December? Make that make sense. It don't. Lying doesn't. It'll get you caught up every time. You try not to talk with your hands. A lot of us talk with our, well, a lot of people. I don't think I talk with my hands. They needed to let us hear this whole thing.
1 hour, 44 minutes, 34 seconds.
It was right around.
Okay, but not on the ninth though.
Not that I don't, like I said, not that I can recall.
Okay.
But you can ding my phone. I'm over there quite often.
Okay. So yeah, you can do some amazing things with these phones. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just trying to think about some stuff.
Okay. So when I was asking you about you had any contact or text message or did anything with ZIYAH, you said that you didn't. That you don't have any contact with her like that at all. Because you can't think of any of the last time that you talked to her.
Not right off the top of my head, boss man.
Okay. Were you supposed to meet her anywhere? ZIYAH?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay. So if
Pausing at 1 hour, 45 minutes and 37 seconds.
He really lying when he say not at all. Messy boots saying sweet. He know he is sweetie too. Like, boy, get out of here. My daughter just asked why she trying to talk like that. I said, I don't
1
know.
hour,
I don't care.
15
I
minutes
want to
and
know about
44
my
seconds.
fire.
girls are young girls is fast and things like that. So I'm not accusing you of nothing, but some of the stuff like we can't just.
So ping me.
I gotta
boss. Like I
ask you.
said, ping me, boss. I can't.
So I just
do a
went-
lot. I do a lot.
Mm-hmm. So can you kind of help me out, like what went on this day, or point me in the right direction?
What on that day, boss? What you insinuating?
I'm not saying what.
I'm about to say, what do you mean?
No, I'm not saying anything. What I'm trying to say is what happened here. Like,
I can't tell you what happened. Like I say,
why would she be texting you if you wasn't? I wasn't meeting, so if you was meeting.
I was supposed to meet them at the house.
It's okay to meet her.
Right.
Well,
I'm saying them. Who? Her and my daughter.
So that's
I'm
one.
supposed to pick them up at that house, at their grandmother's house on Bedford. Like I say, from time to time, I had jobs for them, and I did tell them the day.
Let me see, because the location she didn't put at my grandma's house.
Well, they're supposed to have been at because they got out of school at whatever time. I was waiting on my daughter to get out of school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't pick them. I don't pick one up without the other. Bottom line. I don't pick one up without the other.
So it wasn't
Pausing at 1 hour, 51 minutes and 54 seconds.
There was a point in the interrogation where he started talking about his record and all that. And I think that's why that they probably got into that after that. Like, he was talking about his record. Oh, I don't take one without the other. Yeah, but guess what he do? Sit there and let them watch. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, it's just sick all the way around the board. I just can't believe that more people ain't arrested. That's why I'm like, I mean, hey, I don't think he innocent at all. He was all in, right? He had help. Who is the other people? You got to have money to be able to do this stuff like this, make somebody disappear. Like, you got to have money to be able to do that. Resources. More than anything. An organization.
And I'm playing at
And maybe
1
even
hour,
law enforcement.
52 minutes and 47 seconds.
okay. Did she ever confide in you about like having any troubles with with girls or with boys?
The grandmother knew about the situation she had with some girls. Like, supposed to get jumped on, something like that. I'm not sure, but they knew about that situation.
And now, they saying that Shannon took her to go fight this girl, and it was about him. Now, I don't know how true that is, But I do remember Roxy saying that she talked to the girl and then all of a sudden she couldn't reach her no more. But for them to report this fight after Naziah went missing and it happened in November is the shadiest thing ever. Like, they was doing a lot of moving around around this time, right after. They was doing a whole lot. Like they all got something to do with it. They protecting the money.
I'm sitting up here, man. I kept giving you consent to everything that I got.
So why would she tell you to delete? Why would she have to delete your number from her phone?
She wasn't talking about my number.
She wasn't.
She was talking about the number that she called me from. Like I said, they call from different numbers. The auntie,
No,
this text now shit.
So right.
So
delete
my number.
No. So I can delete your number.
So I can delete. And I don't know why she would say my number, bro. Because anything that we do, like I said, it's always like that. And when they call me from text now numbers and all that bullshit, so I'm assuming she was sneaking when she said it. Like I said, I don't have no reason to hide nothing, boss. My phone is what it is. Everything is in my phone. Y'all have possession of my phone. Take a look at it. Go through it. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know why would she say delete my number.
So you saying that you didn't meet up, right?
I promise to Jesus I didn't meet up with that young lady.
Promise to Jesus.
Yes, I promise to God I didn't meet up with her. And say we never got, like I said, when she sent me that text message, I was supposed to pick them up. We never got a chance to anything because
Who you know on your phone?
He said, well, I know Ipsy. We were doing the job in Ypsilanti.
On the 9th?
The 9th, yeah, we were doing a job, mobile job. I don't know who the lady is.
Pausing at 1 hour, 54 minutes and 40.
Lying. Notice he wiped his forehead or his face or something while he up there probably sweating. He is a big liar. But I don't think he knew that they knew about Ypsilanti. They move real shifty. I think the detective probably told them to report the fight because they thought maybe someone had a motive to harm her because of this fight. I'm not sure. For them to bring it up, I mean, do they know that if it has something to do with him or not? I wonder.
2 seconds. Nine, playing at 1 hour, 56 minutes and 53 seconds.
She knew that she was supposed to be calling me.
Did you feel the mother or anybody that she had just listen?
I told my child's mother that that she had texted me
that day.
Yes.
To meet you.
Yeah, no. She had texted me and I asked what number was this. She was like, I don't know. I gave her the number. She said she didn't know what number that was.
So you see that y'all had correspondence the day before on the 8th?
Yeah, from the same number. What does it say?
Yeah. So
it said, what are you doing?
Right, that's you.
That was me saying what I'm doing?
Yeah, she's saying that she asking you was at work and you responded, what you doing?
So he just getting caught all up in his lies. First he said he didn't see her. Now he's saying that he didn't talk to her the day before and that he was supposed to be picking him up from the granny house. Oh, I told Shannon. And Shannon knew they knew I was supposed to be picking him up from the grandmama house. Like, make it make sense. So why is he lying? Why is he lying? If he ain't had nothing to do with her unaliving, why ain't he just saying that he ain't got nothing to do with it? Because they clearly own to him. Clearly. But Shannon knew everything. But this is what he's saying is pretty much it don't go with what their conversation was on the phone.
Yeah, what are you doing?
So y'all have back and forth conversations.
Not like that, boss. I mean, like I said, they call me when I have jobs, and I told you when I have jobs.
But I guess the way at the beginning of this, and again, I'm just trying to understand, bro.
Right. So I be trying to catch that.
No, you wait a minute. Listen, brother. Again, at the beginning of the conversation, I asked, did you ever speak with her on the phone or text message? And you said that you either speak with the grandmother or you speak with your child's mother.
Or they call me and ask me and harass me, and I call the grandmother and let them know that they did that.
But here, we having back and forth conversations one-on-one.
Okay, what is the conversation, boss?
So basically, he don't do nothing without communicating with Shannon and Annette first. He communicating with them. They know everything, and they really do know everything. They know what's going on. They give the approval. I think the detectives probably told them to report the fight because they maybe had a motive to harm her. I think I just read that. Frank is the big middle fish next to the big wig. Who's the big wig? We are not slow over here. Okay, OG? If you cannot find somebody, what do that mean? They're not in the state. Yeah. I mean, bodies turn up. This is unless they don't. I mean, there's other ways to get rid of them locally, and that's a landfill. They could have took a book right out of the Zion Foster case that was happening. You know, it was a lot of talks about that when ZIYAH came up missing. That's pretty much, they know. I mean, it's a lot of money to do that. If you don't know which dump site and which dumpster and all of that, it's very possible. They all out in Ypsilanti. I believe it was more vehicles that nobody knows about. I think it was more people moving around, and everything is shady at this point. Even the ID badge. And when that was found, because I mean, we talked about that, and I went back. She said she had been walking over here for 2 weeks, and I went back, and Jarvis would have been locked up when that ID got put out there, even going back a whole month. So what's really up? Is people purposely doing this stuff, messing it up?
And I'm pausing at 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 24 seconds. In fact, it's fair to say that these were just clips of this interview.
Correct.
And your conversation with Mr. Butts continued on into
I think
other
that's
topics too.
Correct.
Okay. Did Mr. Butts say the last time that he saw ZIYAH before she went missing?
Yes, he stated to me that he had last seen her at the end of December or early January.
End of December, early January. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. So let's see. The audio was jacked. What did y'all think about that? So whoever Frank moving the kids around for, he getting mad. Incognito in the building. Let me see. Hello, Queen. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome in, Mrs. Williams. I think this is my first time seeing you. Thank you for dropping down in the chat. I think in another clip of the interrogation, ZIYAH told Jarvis about the fight. That's why everybody was saying it was over him. Oh, but I never heard the police or anyone say it was over him. Now, that must have been a part of the videos that was bad. Bad audio is my pet peeve, so I missed all that. I don't like straining my ears to listen at something that should be clear. I mean, this is a court. This is an interrogation room. It actually irritates my soul. The world isn't floaty ball X. What are we talking about? Okay, so let me look at something right quick while we here. I done went over my time now, and do I have it here? Maybe I don't even have it. I don't think I do. Yeah, we ain't gonna play it. We ain't gonna play it. Or should we? Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Dang, I forgot that I had turned that off too. Are you a true crime sleuth looking to binge watch great content? Come on into my channel where I have a variety of videos, shorts, live streams, podcasts, playlists, members only videos, and also we have Posts. Posts is a place where I share upcoming live streams, videos, calls to action, polls, quizzes, pictures, and ongoing conversations. Stand out and become a member with badges and special members emojis. Thank you for your like and subscription. Are you a true crime? So I had I was gonna pull up the video, but I was literally when the father was on talking, he brought up a street called Chatsworth, and it is near the school, I guess. Let me see something. So this is the school that she went to, JE Preparatory School. Let me move this. Let me see if I can go back here. It wouldn't let me do this on my phone. Let's do this. I was trying to go back here. Now he was talking about a guy that came out here when she was on the playground or something, and they said that she take a street called Chatworth or something behind the school. This is where the playground is at, and they won't let me go past there. So what creep? I mean, what would make him even drive around here, messing with a kid? A sick piece of crap. I can't go past that. But I did pull up the street. Let me go to it. Now, this is the street that they said Chatworth, and it's right here at Cornwall. So it's this street that the person would have come down, and then she coming. I don't know where the school is at. Like from here. Wait, where is this? I probably went the wrong way. Wait, what street is that? Oh, East Warren. So this school is right in the heart of East Warren, where he worked at that other shop at. Frank's other shop is on East Warren and Neff. Let me see something. Oh, there's an AutoZone right there. Oh, and this is Frank's right here. Oh, Frank's is right by AutoZone right there. So this is also where the girl, Nay, his girlfriend that he was trying to call that day. She said she was walking, and that's how she met him. Oh shoot, I'm trying to see who that is. You know what's so weird though? These guys, you see them a lot on different locations. So him and that red and yellow. And they say he owned property out in Ypsilanti too. So everything he do is in the same areas. No matter what he do is in this on the east side on his stomping ground. And you got AutoZone is literally right there. AutoZone, O'Reilly's. Let me go back. Now her bus stop is on Cornwall. Mercell. Wow. We ain't going nowhere in particular. Wait, hold on. Let me see something. The heck? Let me see. What's adding up is a bunch of vampires sucking the blood out of these babies. Much prayer. Yes, absolutely. Just a bunch of creepy, crazy weirdos. I mean, to sit up here and plot on a bunch of kids that they depending on you to take care of them, and you doing this for money. All of it is for money. I'm sorry, I'm new. What are you guys talking about? ZIYAH Harris. We are talking about ZIYAH Harris. My kids live on Chatworth. There are a few schools right in that area. Oh, really? Now that's ironic. What? Well, apparently Chatworth is the street right behind. What you want me to play? Oh, you want me to play the okay, let me do that. Let me see if I could find it quick. That was the plan. Give me a second, y'all. Please smack the thumbs up, y'all, while I pull this video up, if I can find it really quick, because I had it. I thought I had it in rotation, actually. Everything is moving slow. Yeah, it's this one that I did have up. Let me pull it back. I think it was just... I think it was... Let me pull this video back up. I think it was on the same video that we was just watching. Let me stop sharing this. Present that.
Here to answer all your questions, right? Yes. Didn't hesitate in answering any of your questions, didn't you? No. All right. And it was a conversation between the two, right?
Yes.
You said this interview took place over 2 hours and 15 minutes. Is that what I have? I believe it was about a couple hours or something. So you asked him about his cell phone, right?
Yes.
He gave you the cell phone. He gave you his number, right?
Yes.
And he even signed off to say, yeah, go ahead and search my cell phone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And did you or did someone else or DPS recover a tablet that belonged to ZIYAH as well?
Yes.
Okay, and where was that recovered from? School or somewhere else?
From the grandmother.
From the grandmother?
Yes.
And that would be Annette Harris?
Yes.
Okay, you are done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe we have one more, Judge.
Yes.
Oh, shoot. This ain't the right one. This is going
On
out.
to Exhibit 51. And stopping at 6 seconds into the video. Detective, is there a timestamp on this video that you can see or that you know of?
There is a timestamp.
Can you see it on the screen right now?
No, sir.
And is it being obscured by the Zoom thing in the bottom right corner?
Correct.
So it was a timestamp on here, but that ain't really where we supposed to be starting at. Hold on.
And end of August.
Yes. Or yeah, we started before Labor Day again last year.
Okay. Other than the warrant and giving the laptop over to DPD, did you do anything else yourself in this case?
Yes.
What else?
Went back out to the school, interviewed some students, got some more information from some of the ZIYAH friends, different from what they had given earlier. Spoke with her little sister, spoke with the grandmother, got the release for her dental records, picked up a toothbrush, went out on a couple more canvases, things of that nature.
Okay. Now you mentioned that you passed this case off, or your partner passed this case off to DPD at about the 30-day mark.
30 days.
Somewhere around there. It may have been a little after, because right around the 30-day mark is when I would have been when you got the toothbrush, so we still had it then. Because you have to make that update in the system. You guys get close to the 30 days.
So the case was opened on January 10th, correct?
Correct.
And was it the 13th of February that you gave the laptop to the Detroit police? Do you recall?
That sounds about right, around Valentine's Day.
Okay. And that would have been about the last thing that you did at that point?
Yes.
Okay. And that's right around a 30-day window.
Yeah, a little bit past at that point.
Okay.
Ironic we went to that part accidentally because that kind of go with what we talking about. But I actually found the video that I want to pull up. So give me a few minutes, y'all, to get it put up.
Now, is that 30-day window, is that kind of a standard protocol, or is there something that kind of where your jurisdiction kind of expires and you pass it on to a different agency?
I would say no, because
Didn't want that to cut off like that. Oh, great. We ain't doing that. Hold on, y'all.
Antonio Carlisi.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a detective with the Detroit Police Department, homicide unit.
How long have you been with the Detroit Police Department in total?
A total of 29 years.
And how long in the homicide unit primarily?
11 years.
Okay. And what is your current role in the homicide unit?
At this time, I am one of two that extract surveillance videos from locations.
Okay. And does that sometimes include like doorbell cameras, Ring or Xfinity or something like that?
Correct, it does.
Okay. And did you do that? I want to take you back to January 20th, 2024. Did you receive a request or a dispatch to go to a location?
Not on that date, but yes, I did receive a request back in February 20th of 24 to make 4803 Bedford to recover some video.
Okay, and you said 4803?
Correct.
And
No,
did you
okay,
make a
Hip Hop.
report about this?
Correct.
Is there an error or a typo in your report regarding the injury?
Yes, I have 3803.
And in preparation for your testimony, did you realize that was a typo?
Correct.
And what was the reason you were dispatched to that location on Bedford?
Thank you, Angie.
To recover video from a surveillance unit that's showing a girl walking down the street.
And are you familiar with the area that address is in? Or...
Just wanted to welcome in Angie. Thank you for dropping down in the chat. And she says she is a newcomer. It's a blessing to see your passion for answers and justice for this baby. I carry her in my spirit. Yes, we want justice for her. She did not deserve this and many more, but she definitely have touched our heart. Welcome in, though. Thank you for dropping down. Shout out to TBZ, still dropping them good members emojis. Okay, so this ain't that long. So this guy got the surveillance video. And another thing, it was wet out. And you could see that in the video that I was playing. You could tell that the ground is wet. I don't know if it was raining literally at that time, but it had been raining.
Yes. And what are the corner and cross streets right next to the
That is Bedford and Cornwall.
Okay. And then is the street 3 Mile Drive nearby this location?
That's 1 block east of Bedford.
And did you have a chance to observe the videos for some of the videos that you recovered earlier today?
Yes.
And do those fairly and accurately depict the videos that you extracted from this system?
Yeah, that was a ring system. Yes, sir.
Okay. And at this time, Judge, I would move to admit people's proposed exhibits 49, 50, and 51.
Any objection? No objection. They will be admitted.
And permission to publish.
Yes.
And playing exhibit. Oh. Playing exhibit 49 from the beginning. And stopping the video at 9 seconds in. I'm not going to ask you to narrate what we're seeing in the video. I just want to lay some groundwork as to what we're looking at. Did you see that bus go by on the right side of the screen?
Correct.
And where is that bus approximately stopping right now on the screen?
That's stopping right approximately at 3 Mile Drive.
And Cornwall?
Cornwall.
Okay. And we're looking at Bedford from this view.
Yeah, we're looking eastbound from the house of 4803 towards down Cornwall towards 3 Mile Drive.
Okay. Continuing playing from 9 seconds. And moving to exhibit 50.
Notice they cut it off right when that car was pulling up.
And playing from the beginning.
Okay, so that kept going. But look where they got the blur marks at, right here and right here. And she's going to walk into this blur mark. I wonder if it's something that's going to be parked there. But yeah, it's purposely blurred in like 3 spots. So I'm thinking maybe when she got off the bus, she might have been walking with somebody. If it was her. And you'll also see what I meant. Like, it looks like, okay, you can see right here.
And moving
See, and they cut it off.
51.
Then bam, right there. It kind of jumped and she's right there.
And stopping at 6 seconds into the video. Detective, is there a timestamp on this video that you can see or that you know of?
There is a timestamp.
Can you
Yes.
see it on the screen right now?
No, sir.
And is it being obscured by the zoom thing in the bottom right corner?
Correct.
So the timestamp is 2:54 and 3 seconds. So at one point you'll be able to see, like when she's going into the blur mark, that it changes the thing that looked like a hat on her head kind of look like a hood.
To extract this, is there something you do or a process that you follow to calibrate the time system
Yeah.
on the system you're extracting the video from?
Correct. We do a time calibration to the world clock.
Okay, and what is the world clock?
So basically, the world clock is the anatomical clock that we go.
It just don't look like a hood at all there because it's a separation. But like when she's walking into the blur mark, I remember seeing just a glimpse of it looked like it may have been a hood. But why do it look so bad? I mean, that's what's so annoying to me. This is ring cam footage. I ain't never seen ring cam footage look bad. It's usually clear. I don't know why it's so blurry. Everything about this case is odd. I mean, don't y'all think this is blurry for ring cam footage? You're welcome and thank you for doing what you do. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming in. Calvin said Jesus loves you. Thank you, Calvin. He loves you too. Thank you, Miss V. Sherry says. That's why this case caught my attention when I first seen it. That's wild. That's very street. Okay, let me. Very blurry. Yeah. Why? Why?
Go by from the Navy clock. So looking at the anatomical clock or the world clock to the video system, we calibrate how if it's zeroed, which this one was, to or if it was short or fast. Okay.
Now, also, when we talked to Dre, he said that she's walking towards home. Everybody got it wrong. That is what he said. He said they had moved to the new house by this time.
So you would be able to tell if the time system that is on the video is 10 seconds fast, 2 hours fast, or slow?
Slow, correct.
And what was the result again for this video?
Again, this was 0 to the world clock, so it was on time.
Okay.
So with that being 2:54 and she's right here on her street going towards the house, where was he supposed to be picking her up from? She said be there at 3, so she got 6 minutes to get wherever they going. Where is it at if it ain't the house? But we know they said they met her all the way by Angelo's liquor store. So from here, so she's here at 2:54. Okay. Where does she get to in 6 minutes that King is claiming they picked her up from? When the Angelos that I found was in Harper Woods, which would be like an hour and some walk if she was to walk there. So where do y'all think he was picking her up from? He said the grandmother's house, and the grandmother knew that he was picking her up from the house. Shout out to Angie for sending a super sticker. I appreciate that. You rock for that. The newcomers coming in. Dropping a buck in my cup. Thank you so much.
I stand no business. You got me somewhere?
Shout out to you. Let's go. Shout out to you. Let's go, Angie. Let's go. Thank you.
And
they playing with this footage. Good Lord. See how she jumped? And right when she's going into that blur mark, see how you can see the backpack now? Let me take it back a little. See? It jumped and sped up at that part. Where is it at now? Boy, they playing with this footage. I promise you that. Where is she? What is that? That's crazy. What the hell? See how you could tell it looked like a hood now, and it's definitely a backpack. Why is this footage so distorted? It really pisses me off. Because it don't have to be distorted. So do y'all see what I'm saying? See how that hat turned into a hood and a backpack. Where is the backpack? I don't recall hearing anything. It does look tampered. Definitely. Absolutely. But why would you show some altered, weird footage? This is for the court. I don't like it. You can't see her clearly, but everything else around her, you can clearly see. Come on, man. See what I'm saying? Like, everything is shady. The evidence, the evidence and the evidence and the evidence that they didn't pick up until Vari confirmed that those was her shoes, but it was his friend that recorded the damn video, and it was the police that left the evidence out there in the element after the Border Patrol, after taking a picture of it. If it's important enough to take a picture, why didn't you collect it? You left it out there. And then when they collected it, when they did come out and collect it, and this stuff happened over days, by the way. It happened over days. People, man, come on. It makes no sense to me. None.
And
where's she going? Is she going to a car? They just stopped it right there. What are they covering up here?
May I approach the witness, Judge?
Yeah.
And here. And here.
Detective, can you read, it might be easier on the laptop, what the time is in the bottom right corner on the screen right now?
Once it's still covered up. So that time is, and I don't have my glasses, it is January 9th, 2024. I believe it's 14:54 and some seconds.
And 14:54 would be around
2:54 p.m. on the 9th of January.
And all of these videos have that timestamp?
Correct.
It makes no sense.
And playing the video now from 33 seconds. I have nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
What was the point? Why? I mean, really? It's so annoying. It just...
So that time is, and I don't have my glasses.
Look, she's walking down. She's still...
January 9th.
That's what I didn't see. Like, hold on. So she just kept walking.
So that time is, I don't have my glasses.
Detective, can you read?
They paused it for a long time and then just let her walk past. The hell? You mean to tell me no other neighbors had camera? Nobody had a camera down the street either? Y'all seen how that skipped? Definitely. Why did they have to make it skip like that? This bull, like, I mean, this is clearly altered footage. Clearly. But why? That's just crazy to me. And that was the last time anybody seen her, right? Or was she at going home? What y'all think about that footage? I think it's a crock of bull. I think that is more people should have had cameras around there. You would think, right? Hello, everyone in the bushes. I watch from my TV. So I just stay in the bushes and watch the lives or recaps. Nice to meet you all. Thank you so much for dropping down, Sue. That's what's up. I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody in the bushes and in the trees. And thank y'all for hitting the thumbs up and subscribing. The mishandling of the case makes one wonder if there are people in high places involved with this case. Exactly. I'm pretty sure that there's more ring cam footage that gives further clearer footage. Exactly. It's so freaking annoying. Shout out to Miss TT. Welcome in. Yeah, like, I mean, it is really no reason for footage to be looking like that in 2024. They are all our shell said ring door camera footage is still clear in the rain. That's what I thought. Like, it's clear dang near like a camera. Smudges in 3 areas of video. Nope, I think they purposely put them blur marks there. I mean, I don't know why, but they could have been covering up something. Like, maybe when it was other kids around or something that we just couldn't see. But then maybe y'all right. Maybe y'all could be right in the be smudges. I don't know. It does look tampered. But yeah, it's definitely tampered. I just don't know why. Like, why couldn't we just see her fluently walk by? You know, like, it's so unsettling. And then we got the fact that it was Vari's friend that found the clothes, who's asking me for money to talk about ZIYAH. Everybody shady.
Excuse me, ma'am. The people of the public wants to know where ZIYAH is. Are y'all gonna tell us, or y'all gonna stop playing games? Huh? How you miss your baby? You don't miss your grandbaby? Huh? You don't care about your grandbaby? Hello? Here, take some cheese balls with your burger ass. Excuse me, ma'am.
Ain't nobody this motherfucking taking off their brand new suit and leaving it right here like this. And it look like it's blood right there. Look at it. I know what blood look like. Definitely giving blood, bro. And definitely a brand new ass suit, man. This thing got no crease and clean as hell. Blood on her back. Who the fuck leaving a brand new shoe right here? Come on, man. Definitely blood, bro. If you don't think that's blood, you crazy, bro. I know what blood look like. Feel me? Ain't nobody this motherfucking taking off their brand new suit and leaving it right here like this.
Shout out to all my new members. Shout out to Ray F and Sunshine. Yeah, somebody bought 20 memberships yesterday. So shout out to James. Welcome in. So they botched this case. They absolutely did, man. I'm talking about everywhere. Everything, y'all. We've been looking at this. Everything is wrong. From the parents to the granny to the auntie to the extendeds. Like, it's just a lot going on everywhere. It's the fighting with the extendeds. But this in-house family, I blame them. And I'm just so outdone with the person being Vari's friend. I mean, I that threw me for a loop. And Kenya called and she confirmed it. So yeah. And then he asked for money to talk about ZIYAH. Like, how can your friend's sister be missing and you want $100 to play my video on your, like, get out? I cannot believe it, y'all. But I ain't gonna hold y'all no more. We are almost at 4 hours live. I definitely wanted to come in and talk about all that we talked about. And I hope we got a little bit more clarity. We just, we waiting. We've been patiently waiting for the trial, with the case conference being postponed to August. If that's what happened, somebody told me. The trial could be postponed to January or something. I don't know, but it's a possibility. But thank y'all so much for hanging out. And thank you to everybody that hit the thumbs up today. I greatly appreciate it. I don't know how many thumbs up we got. So we had 173 thumbs up. We definitely should have more than that, but I appreciate the ones that found value in my content and hit the thumbs up without hating. Okay. But anyway, we're going to get up out of here. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Are you a true crime sleuth looking to binge watch great content? Come on into my channel where I have a variety of videos, shorts, live streams, podcasts, playlists, members only videos, and also we have Posts. Posts is a place where I share upcoming live streams, videos, calls to action, polls, quizzes, pictures, and ongoing conversations. Stand out and become a member with badges and special members emojis. Thank you for your like and subscription. Are you a true... So yeah, please check out my playlist, y'all. I drop all forms of content. Like today, earlier, I dropped a couple videos. I drop shorts. I do live streams. I have playlists. So just binge watch, y'all. Check me out. Watch my videos from today. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Make this go viral. Have a good one, y'all. See you later, Sherry. And yes, y'all. Crackhead behavior. Sherry, you have me cracking up. You funny. Please smack that thumbs up on the way out, y'all. And my replay slew. Help us get over the top. I should have said that earlier. Shout out to the bushwhackers. I hope y'all hit the thumbs up. Don't get a B&E church. MTGBL. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Let's go. Hear me out, y'all. Peace and love, y'all. We out.